all doing? Welcome in. We're going to have some fun today. We're going to do some books and ephemera. I should do a poll. I also have some DVDs, so I'm going to do a quick poll. Makes life easier for me. What would you like to see? DVDs, books, or ephemera, or everything. All right, next. Send. Start. All right, got a poll up. Hello, Angela. Welcome in. I got a poll up, so you decide what you want me to start with. I've got unopened DVDs. I've got a whole bunch of those. I've got books galore. I have some new ephemera that I just got in. Hi, Dave from Alberta. Good morning, BMX Mom of 3. Pammy Whammy. What a great name. Good morning. Good morning, Kylie. Kylie Joe. Good morning. How are you doing? How are things, Dave, in your world? How is it out there in Alberta? It's 0 degrees Celsius, centigrade, whatever you call it here. I have the window cracked a bit and a fan facing me. If the fan gets too noisy, let me know. It should be far enough away that the phone doesn't pick it up, but it was getting hot in here because I'm in the sunroom still. I haven't moved downstairs yet. And Nick's taking the dogs out to play, so hopefully we'll have some peace and quiet for a bit. So good morning, Zifez. How are you? Welcome in. So what's the poll saying? Oh, thank you, BMX Mom. I think I've been wearing like the same glasses a lot lately. I need to cycle in some of my other ones, but I like these the best. Decently warm, separation folks, still loony. I don't think that's ever gonna change soon. There's always gonna be somebody. There's people in Ontario that want to separate. I don't know. Good luck to them. When's the referendum? Smith Terry, how are you? Danielle, Lindsay, Abo CVC, welcome in. Eat jabbles. Oh, those look yummy. What are those? Now I have to look. Don't mind me. We will get going here. That looks really yummy. It looks like ice cream type thing. I like that. Whatever that is, it looks yummy. I'm down for that. Ontario is nice and cozy between Quebec and Manitoba. It is Make Mine Beautiful, isn't it? Oh, not determined. So she said she's going to do it, but doesn't know when. All right, whatever. Okay, let's look at the poll. Hang on. The poll says books. The poll remains at books. No one is interested in DVDs. So, and no one's interested in ephemera yet. So let's just do books. Good. Let me just move this ephemera out of the way so I don't harm it. Because it's actually somebody's art portfolio, their old art portfolio, which I think is kind of neat. So there's bits out of their art portfolio, and they were actually quite skilled. So these are like the small pieces out of their art portfolio. So if you do want me to show that, I will. AHJC, good morning, Tara, and T Sorrow, good morning. Okay, and I'll move the DVDs out of the way until someone yells out for DVDs. They're all unopened, so I should probably just do a DVD show later today in my spare time. All right, let's start with the box that's over here that's got like, good morning, how are you doing? Where do you get all your beautiful stickers? Oh, so Make Mine Beautiful. Some of those are from the Temu. Some of them I actually got at auction. So like at return auctions. So I just kind of happened upon them because they were in an auction, but you can get them on like the big gigantic, starts with an A, big river place, or you can find local makers, or you can make your own. And also in my free resources for Whatnot sellers, there's a link in my profile. If you go to that, there's a free one for the recycled box. There's a free one that I've created. Yeah. So So those I'm still using up. The ones that are like full color, I'm still using up because I got a big box of them at auction. But I do have ones that you can create yourself, like that are ready for print, so you can use those. And then my thermal, I don't know if you got a thermal warning label on yours, but I have a thermal warning label, so I created that, and that's, I have a summer one and a winter one. So obviously winter one is happening right now. And I have that in my free resources too. Sleek Styles, good morning. Jade, okay, Jade on air said hi too. Shishan, good morning. Sleek, Bleak Acorns. Ooh, you gotta tell me what that name means. I'm curious. Okay, let's get going. Let's get going. We're just gonna pile through all of these books because there be a lot of books. There be a lot of books. So if you have something that you would like to request, let me know. I'm seeing that everyone's really, hey Dragoda, everyone's interested in, ooh, this one's lightweight. Okay, hang on. I don't know what's going on here. There we go. All right. We are going to pin. All right. And if you are from the States, please, just a reminder, if you are from the States, everything goes by UPS. So read this so you can find out more, because there are extra costs on top of what you will already spend. Actually, no, this is a small book, Kim. Duh. Pin. Okay. First thing up, I'm just going to grab, this is all, if you haven't been in one of my book shows, everything is random. So you never know. I don't know. There's like one box that I know for sure is all like, is all Jewish religious books that's down by my feet. I have 3 other boxes plus this. The top box has got a whole pile on top of it. So we're going to go through the pile on top of it before I can even get to the box underneath. So it's all random. Um, and we're just going to run through it. What sells, sells. What doesn't. Okay. So this is a cute little, this little book says The City of New York by Henry Collins Brown, and it was compliments of a bank, the Bank of the Manhattan Company, 40 Wall Street. Don't know if that still exists. It was chartered in 1799. This book was published in 1915. 1915, this little booklet. This is number 1 of a series of Terry at Home travels, in which an intimate glimpse is given of the chief cities in our country, including wonders of the West. And it has little prints from 1915. Little prints of different things. Like this is the bread line, a famous old time charity at Fleischman's Bakery, Broadway corner, 10th Street, now occupied by Grace Church. Hey Melody, yes, tomorrow is my Whatnot anniversary. I'll be 5 years, 3, no, it's the 5th. I'm selling. Good morning, Krista. It's 3 years that I've been selling on Whatnot, which has been a fun journey. Just going to flip through this. So there'll be giveaways, and I'm going to be doing the egg game, which if you haven't experienced the egg game, it's totally fun. So that's what we're going to be doing. Yay. That's tomorrow morning. So this cute little City of New York little history book given out by the Bank of the Manhattan Company in 1915 with really old pictures of New York City. Dry goods. Look how cool this is. There's all kinds of like Hotel Manhattan. I don't know if any of these things are still here. There's even like, there's information about theaters, 5 boroughs, especially interesting features which should not be missed. So it's kind of like a little travel guide for New York City from 1915. So I'm going to run that for only $2 for 10 seconds. That is running now. It's so cute. So super cute. Anything that doesn't sell today will eventually come to a more curated show. If it's cool stuff like that, that will end up, hey, PB&J, I just ran this, but you got page, so I will show you. It is from 1915. It is the City of New York little pocket travel guide, printed in 1915. I'll run it again for 10 seconds just in case. Oh, look, the button now works. Today, the button has decided to work properly. Thank you for tagging Melody. This is such a cool piece. This is so cool. There are like pictures in here of New York City that are epic. You're going to love it. You're going to love it. You're going to love it. And look at that. You've unlocked Egg. For those of you who are new, the first time you buy from me, you're going to unlock Egg, which is my rewards club. If you if you were part of my rewards club last month, your coupons are still valid even if you don't have Egg right yet. So go up to the crown or the egg symbol that's up above, click on that, and yeah, click on that above and you'll be able to get some coupons. So Malachi, hello, how are you? The Sonnets of William Shakespeare, a little pocketbook of the Sonnets of William Shakespeare, published in mystery date. It's got an SBN number, so more on the newer side. But it's got all the yeah, I'm so sorry. It was very busy, but I shall hold your stuff until there's a time. Oh, who knows? We might end up being in the same city at the same time one of these days. So the Sonnets of William Shakespeare, it's a facsimile of 1609 publication. That can go in small, running now. The Sonnets, your week is ruined. I'm so sorry. The Sonnets of William Shakespeare is running now. This is so cool. This is just, look at the print on this. And all of his love for, all of his love sonnets are in here, I'm sure. Thank you, HJC. That's coming to you. I just realized I'm making my pile in the wrong spot. It's supposed to go over here. Yes, so just Melody, what I need you to do is put your thinking cap on after it would need to be with like late fall. That's when they're probably going to be ready for us. Krista, yes, I still do community chat shows on Fridays. I do Fashion Fridays where we talk about fashion with a special guest that Melody selects, but we talk about selling. We're talking about selling. And then Melody continues the conversation, focus more. So, and then on Saturdays, I do a Q&A show with a specific topic. So I teach a topic and then I answer questions. Then when I teach a topic, then I answer more questions. Lamb Tales from Shakespeare. This one's interesting. Let me move this one up to medium. Lamb Tales from Shakespeare. Second series. So Tales from Shakespeare by Charles and Mary Lamb. I see. Okay. 1957. 1957. So this is Tales from Shakespeare written by, so it's basically like, it's his plays, but then they're rewritten by the Lambs so that it's more like a story, so that you can understand it a little bit better. And then it does have questions and answers. So it's like a study book, but of Shakespeare. So I will run that one now. Lamb Tales of Shakespeare. So if you really like Shakespeare or you want to like Shakespeare, this will help you understand some of his yes, the early Coles notes. Exactly, Krista. This will help you understand it a little bit better. Where am I putting the rejects? I guess I'll put them in front of me. What do we have here? Oh, 9 Inch Nails. A book about 9 Inch Nails. Okay. 9 Inch Nails. So it does have a little bit of a staining right here. Someone got their coffee on it. 9 Inch Nails by Martin Huxley. Yeah, you can see the coffee stains on there. That kind of just adds the je ne sais quoi about it. This was printed in 1997. 9 Inch Nails. I don't know if you can call it a biography. Are there any good pictures in here? I don't see any pictures other than that. Oh no, there we go. So someone who likes 9 Inch Nails would love this book, I'm sure. Okay, 9 Inch Nails. Sound throb and a long low wail of pure hard pain. 9 Inch Nails, the world's most disturbing rock band, is in effect a one-man singer and songwriter, Trent Reznor. Since stealing the show during the original Lollapalooza tour in 1991, Nine Inch Nails has limbed. What is limb? Limned. The hard edge of the techno revolution. Okay, dokie. Whatever. All right. Techno Revolution, Nine Inch Nails book, running now. Does have that little staining on the first few pages. Give them a listen. I'm sure I have listened to them. I am not a Name That Tune person. Hey, Soulless, how are you? All right. Next up, we have a cute booklet. Historic Ontario. Ooh. Written in. This was from the Department of Tourism and Information. Front cover is the Ste. Marie among Hurons. I'm doing good. I actually feel like crap, but you know, I can't see when it was published. I don't see a date. It could be that, no, you know what? This has got some pages missing, so I take it back. I'm going to put that over in ephemera. It's missing some pages. I just realized that's why I couldn't find enough the date. Oh, I love these books. My mother had a smaller version of like a different version, but the same. Hey, Pickles, how are you? Relly Pie, Silver Bridge, HMW, hello, hello, and welcome in everybody else who's also joined. All right, we are good. Dinner for Two. Betty Crocker, this is from 1964. So 60 years old. Dinner for Two recipes. My mother had this cookbook in a smaller, it was a little bit smaller, from a reprint from the 70s, and this is what she used. This is what my mother used. These recipes were what my mother used to learn to cook. It didn't stick, obviously, because she was never a good cook. Sorry, Mom. That's running now. Betty Crocker, Dinner for Two. I love the illustrations inside here. The illustrations, pictures are so cool. Romantic Dinner for Two. Because when your husband comes home from a long day at work, you should have something fancy. A 1950s, I could go for something right now. Ooh, this one's cool. All right, this one is Stephen King's Maine, A History and Guide. If Towns Could Talk. Much of Western Maine reads like a Stephen King novel. Yada, yada, yada. So it's basically a guide to Maine based on Stephen King. So this was written in 2024, and it's barely been cracked. So it's got Portland, Durham, Lisbon Falls, Castle County, Castle Rock, Lewiston, Auburn, Rumford, Mexico, Bridgeton, Freiburg, Orono, Bangor, and Bucksport. And there's 3-day or 3-day itineraries in here if you want to explore Stephen King's. So it's all. Orono, Ontario used to have a really great bakery. Yes, I loved that bakery. I used to stop in there all the time to get custard slices for my husband. All right, running Stephen King's. This is from the History Press. It's very cool. Stephen King's Maine. For all this, the apple fritters. Campbellford. Dewar's has the best apple fritters. They are the best. This is a very cool book. It's got pictures inside and everything. So if you love Stephen King, it'll tell you a lot about the places where he writes about. And it even has pictures of some of the buildings, which I assume means Dragoda. Thank you so much. And thank you everybody for your bids. It's such an epic thing. Dragoda. Thank you. Alrighty. You love Stephen King? My friend Mel loves Stephen King too. I was amazed she didn't steal that book off of me. Well, I was like, look what I got. And she was just like holding on for dear life, I'm sure. Because she needs more books, like she needs a hole in the head. You read and own many Stephen Kings. She has like some of the like rare ones. She was talking about it and I was like, it's just going over my head but yeah, there are some really cool. This one is first printing 1980, Wildflowers of the Pacific Coast. Wildflowers of Pacific Coast, 1980. How to use this book. So it is British Columbia down to California. So it goes this far up in British Columbia, just this far, and then down to California. So, yeah, I say it that way on purpose. Let's see what's in here. Oh yeah, this is cool because it's got really good pictures of each one of them, and then the description. So this is actually really great. This is a great identification book because some of the identification books are like drawings, but this is like capturing pictures of it in real life. In real life, so you can see it in the wild exactly where it is. This is cool. I like this. This is well done. Oh my goodness. Okay. Double check the weight. Yep, we are good. Gonna run this one now. Shop Jay's Closet, JC Closet. Hello. LA Cowboy, how are you? Very cool. Wildflowers Guide for Pacific Coast. Izzy Pop, congratulations. And you've unlocked new coupons, but you probably have old coupons to still use up. But if not, you got new coupons. Thank you. Izzy Pop. All right, what's next? What's next in the joy that's in here? Let's see. Grab another bunch. In my lap. Lap is my friend. Ooh, The Boys of Saturday Night, Inside Hockey Night in Canada. Look at that face. By Scott Young. Written in 1990. 1990. So it is the history. There's some pictures in here. I just switched. I feel like I'm like 5 and I'm just flipping to the pictures, but the pictures are kind of cool. So Hockey Night in Canada history. Obviously, it was all men back then. So there is right there. There is a damage to the jacket. So buyer beware. Hockey Night in Canada, a ritual as Canadian as maple syrup and English-French rivalry. Hey, no, we don't have rivalry anymore. We're all friends now. But behind the players who act out our dreams on ice are the play-by-play announcers and intermission hosts who make the game come alive for us. In this book, he tells the 60-year history, up to then, of the media packaging of our national pastime, from the 1929 handshake on a golf course that eventually led to the national broadcast of today. So, all right, running that now. Running the Boys of Saturday Night, the history of Hockey Night in Canada. Da 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 da. Is that the Hockey Night in Canada one? I don't know. Heartland, an anthology of Canadian stories by Nelson Canada. It was previously owned by Liz Staunton. Thank you, Liz, for owning this book. 1983. So I'm trying to see if I can see. There's Alice Munro in here, Alistair MacLeod, Sinclair Ross, Veronica Ross. There's quite a few. A few shorts. So this is anthology of Canadian short stories called Heartland. And I will run that now for 10 seconds. Heartland, anthology of Canadian stories. I love Canadian literature and I love short stories because, you know, even if it's bad, it's short. So you're not invested for the rest of your life. Thank you, Izzy. Thank you so much. Thank you. All right, that's a very cool one. All right, what else do we have in here? On my it's not a book. Technically, it's not a book, but it's here, so I'm gonna run it. MTV's Pimp My Ride. It's I don't know what is this for? PSP for a PSP. Pimp My Ride. I don't know. Pimp My Ride. It's featuring music from Nisbet's new album, Full Circle. Oh, well then. It's got it. Yeah, it's definitely a video game. It's definitely a video game. Pimp My Ride. You get to pimp the ride. Gonna run it. Pimp the Ride. If you would like to pimp your own ride, here it is, your chance to pimp your own ride on your PSP. Still has the book and everything. All right, I'm gonna put that over there with the other video games. Eventually I'll have a big enough pile to do a single video game show. Okay, so this is a comic book. I don't know anything about it, other than this is what it says. This is the cover, and the other side looks like this. It's I can't even read what that says. Free Comic Book Day. Sharky? Published in Shark Knife. Shark Knife. Free Comic Book Day, May 2005. I don't know anything about these. Yeah, it's definitely anime. But it's written and illustrated by Corey Sutherland, Louis the Ray. So it's anime-esque, but not Japanese. Japanese wanting to be. Let's put this under small. Okay, running now. Whatever this is, I don't know. It's a comic book. That's all I know. And if it doesn't sell today, it'll go in the comic book pile for another day when I'm just gonna do comic books. All right. Ooh, this one's cool. This can also stay in small. This is Tommy the Movie, fantastic film book of the rock opera smash. The hit movie stars and story in exclusive photos plus special full color pinup section. Ooh. Ooh, really? It's got a pinup section? That's usually in the middle. Oh yeah, there we go. Full color pinup section. All right, so this is Tommy the Movie. Thriftworks! What's up, everybody? Hi, everyone. Welcome in. Thanks for joining. Hello. You caught a goblin. Yay! Hello, everyone. Thank you for coming in. Everyone, please follow Thriftworks USA, who is blessed. I love you, Darren. Has got 3. I finally done it. Allowed to moderate. I finally done it. I finally, Darren, I moderated you so you can make an announcement to everybody about your next show or whatever you want to do. You can make as many announcements as you want. Hey, Peacock. And yeah, I have 3 cards now that I've ordered. You know, I hesitated with 1 and then I went from 0 to 3 overnight. Yeah, I did jump in deep with 3 cards. Hey, a reworker's passion. I will follow my friend, a reworker's passion. She's amazing. Leslie's amazing. And she's going to be speaking at the Seller Summit in Austin, Texas, that I'm going to go to. So if I don't go live, on Friday afternoon, because I'm going to go live once I land and I'm like, you're going to be there too? Awesome. If I land and I'm going to go live in the afternoon on Friday. And if I don't go live, to please contact the local Canadian consulate on my behalf. See if you can bail me out, because I am not scrubbing anything. I'm sure I'll be fine. I'm joking. I'm sure I'm going to be fine, but I'm not scrubbing anything. I don't believe in violence, so I never repost anything that's about violence to anybody. I don't believe in that. And so as far as I'm concerned, I have done absolutely nothing wrong by saying I don't like the current regime. And that's it. So I'm not scrubbing my social media. It's not worth it. I'm not gonna do it. So welcome to Canada, y'all that have come in. Welcome in. I'm doing books. If you would like to purchase, I would love you to. I'd appreciate that, but it's okay. You do not need to stick around. I understand that the prices for you to get this shipped to you are expensive because it's coming from Canada. Plus, you're gonna have to pay UPS fees. So I'm just gonna warn you now. But stick around because we have a lot of fun. We joke around a lot in this show because this is like random boxes of stuff. And so we find all kinds of weird and wonderful things that we're not expecting that just sort of appear. So we're doing this Tommy book right now. And if you want to, if you're a seller in here right now, put up your emojis so that everybody can follow everybody else. if you want to share your shows, go ahead. I'm just not going to read it out loud because I was busy. But if you put out your emojis, then everybody can follow you. Everybody can follow everybody else and get to know each other. Okay, 1975, Tommy the movie. Is that Elton John? Was Elton John? I never watched this movie, so don't know. We're gonna run this now. 10 seconds, 2 Canadian dollars. I don't know if that works out to like 10 cents US or something. Look at all the awesome emojis you guys have. I love it. AHJC is not up yet, but planning a second show this Saturday. Congratulations on your first show, AHJC. That's not easy. Good for you. I am super impressed. Good for you. All right. Andy Andrews, The Noticer. Sometimes all a person needs is a bit of perspective. Hey, Joe Will, I love those little emojis. That is awesome. I love all your emojis, everybody. Okay, The Noticer. What year was this published? Oh, why can't people do this in a simple way? Andy Andrews, 2009. The Noticer. A moving story of common wisdom from the best-selling author of The Traveler's Gift. Poverty, a failing marriage, old age, lost dreams, a failing business, an unsure future. To the residents of Orange Beach, Alabama, these desperations are dead ends, hopeless, barren. Oh, okay, this is really okay. My contention is that you are right where you are supposed to be. This may look barren sand to you, but nothing could be further from the truth. I say to you, as you lay your head down tonight, you are sleeping on fertile ground. Think, learn, pray, plan, dream, for soon you will become. Aw, this sounds like a really sweet book. Okay, double check the weight, Kim, before you end up screwing up your weights. All right, I'm good. I can run this under small today because it's light. All right. The Noticer, which is a really great motivational book about following your dreams, taking chances, not getting stuck in negativity. I like it. I like it. I haven't read it yet, but I like it. Ooh, A Brief History, but it's not very brief. It's a brief history. It's a brief history. It's only, don't worry, it's only how many pages? There's notes. It's only 283 pages. It's a brief history of the 1917 Russia's year of revolution. So the Russian Revolution, it's a brief history. Written in, oh, there's a little boop here. Somebody got some oil on there. Buyer beware, buyer beware. Written in 2005. 2005. This one is probably, yeah, this one's going to be over the line. Pin talk run. Hey Bounty, what's up? Your order is all ready to ship, but I noticed you didn't have weekly bundling on, so I have to ship it out. So my husband's going to take that to the post office today. All right, let's grab some more. Let's grab another handful of books here. Oh boy. Oh goodness. Okay, hang on. I don't have a big enough lap for this. Oh, I forgot about these ones over here. Oh my God. Kim, seriously, you need more space in here. All right, yes, I talk to myself. What kind of scale do I use? Oh, I have an Amazon Basics one that I use. Yes, I bought it from the big A store, but you can get them just about anywhere. Just be careful. Some of the ones that you can buy at like Staples, their postal scales is what they're called. If you do weekly bundling and you sell big things, like if you sell stuff, you could that scale, it's gonna go over the weight. So make sure that the scale goes up to at least 30 kilograms or more. Because a lot of the postal scales are for like lightweight stuff. And to be frank, you could just buy one of those ones from the pot store. Use a little one instead and save yourself some money. The Magician's Nephew by C.S. Lewis from the Chronicles of Narnia. It's a paperback. It looks like it's barely been cracked. This was published in 2017. Yeah, it's in good shape in here. The Magician's Nephew. Let me just double check the weight. We can put that back in small. Boop. Boop. All right. Magician's Nephew, C.S. Lewis, running now for $2. The Magician's Nephew from the Chronicles of Narnia. Perfect book to introduce kids to Narnia. All right. James Patterson. Ooh. The Witch and Wizard, it's called. James Patterson. How would you feel if you found out your parents have been keeping a secret from you all your life? What if you got kidnapped in the middle of the night and were accused of being a witch or wizard? And then you were told that everything you loved, your books, your music, your pictures, were banned forever. Meet brother and sister Wit and Wisty Allgood. This is their story. Read it before it's too late. Read it before it's too late. Is this like his attempt at it looks like this is an attempt at like teen fiction. James Patterson for readers of all ages. This is one of his readers of all ages books. That's cool. 2009. 2009, James Patterson, Witch and Wizard, and it looks like it's part of a series that in 2010 the Gift came out, but this is the first one in the series. Let me just double check the weight. Yes, we have to go up. All right, Witch and Wizard. This is for all ages, all readers, as they called it, all readers. Witch and Wizard, James Patterson. I like this idea. I want to read this now. Thank you, Nietzsche. This is very cool. Very cool book. I used to love the Crestomanci. Did I say that right? Diana Wynne Jones. She was my favorite author when I was a kid. As far as I'm concerned, J.K. Rowling ripped off Diana Wynne Jones. But, you know, Nietzsche, thank you so much. And you've got more coupons. You may still have coupons available. Rewards clubs. The new Rewards Club season has just started. Ooh, look at this one. This one's very cool. Rewards Club season, the new season has started, but that doesn't mean that you can't still use your coupons from last season for a bit. Okay, so you can see the damage here. You can see there's a little bit of fading or something right there. The Calling of Dan Matthews. Oh, look, A Goodbye Caress. Aw, she's saying goodbye to her horsey. By Harold Bell Wright. Published in 1909. This is 1909. Oh, I love the Choose Your Own Adventure too. Yeah, I would love Choose Your Own Adventure. I have a few of those downstairs. All right, 1909. The Calling of Dan Matthews. If anybody knows someone named Dan Matthews, this would be a cool gift to give them. Are we in medium? We are. Running now. The Calling of Dan Matthews, 1909. Thank you, gentlemen. This is very cool. I love the cover. The covers just sit that. Very, very cool. Thank you, gentlemen. Gentlemen. Yeah, on Monday when Mel, who came to help me ship, when she was helping me with the shipping, I would say, "Who's that for?" And she would say, "For Jen." And I had 4 Jens last week. So I was like, "Which Jen?" She's like, "I don't know." Here he goes. Older books do have amazing covers, don't they? Hang on. We got to throw some treats for Annoying Boy. There you go, Annoying Boy. Okay. Oh, the new educational music course, Teacher's Edition. It's got, oh, look at this. I wonder if that's their teacher. I wonder if somebody, Ellen Cook. Oh, look, and somebody's phone number. It's up here too. 8675309. There's little notes in here of some songs, I think. Music course, Teacher's Edition. This book may be used as a textbook in any high school or public school in Ontario, if so ordered by resolution of the trustees, from 1907. This is a musical teacher's textbook for teaching music in Ontario in 1907, I think I said. 1907, yes. All right, double check the weight. All right, back we go. Hey, the Metal Fett, how are you? Book, boop. All right, 1907 teacher's music education textbook. It is very cool, and I love that there's all these notes in it. Slow day. Is it a slow day for you? Never a slow day for me. There's always something going on. Dragoda, thank you so much. It's such a cool piece. I'm glad you're getting this. Such a cute piece. Okay, what else do we have here? Oh, this is missing. This is missing a bit. So I'm gonna put that over in my ephemera file. Okay, Wildflowers of the Wayside and Woodland. Now please note, obviously this needs repair, so I'm just going to take it out of its, so you can see. Look how bright that green is, because it had been covered. So there's, yay! Oh, that's awesome, Dragoda. So look how bright that green is, because it was covered up. So this is Wildflowers of the Wayside and Woodland, a pocket guide. There's a little dedication that somebody gave this to Rosemary. And what year is this published? 1959. Look at, see, this is where we get the wildflowers with the illustrations. And there are some color plates in here. There's colored plates as well as, so, and then the book itself. Look at that color. That color is amazing. So what did I say the year was? I've already forgotten the year. 1959. 1959. It does have a cover, but the cover is broken. It does have a rip in it. So we're just going where, oh, and hang on, 19. Okay, this is going to go in medium. Pin. There we go. As you can see, there's this spot here. You just picked up the first edition of the Christmas Story last week? That is awesome. All right, running this one now. Wildflowers of the Wayside and Woodland is running now. It's super, like, I love all the illustrations in here. All these color plates are amazing. Look at that. I love these color plates. Absolutely gorgeous. There's actually quite a few color plates in here, which I'm surprised. Sometimes they just have it, they would just have illustrations instead. Black and white. Bounty, thank you so much, Bounty. That's coming to you. Thank you, everybody, for your bids as well. Bounty, the quicker bidder upper. Thank you so much. All right, I'm going to put that inside. I will, as you know, I wrap everything up very carefully when it's shipped to you. Okay, oh, one more before we grab more from the box. 11th month of the 11th day of the 11th hour, Armistice Day, 1918, World War I and its violent climax. This is the single finest work I have read on the Great War, says somebody. Written in 2004. 2004, Armistice Day, the last days of the First World War. And I think I saw a whole section that's pictures. Yes. Okay. Now, trigger warning, I'm flipping through pages of war images. So look away if you need to. All right. Anyways, 2004 history book. It's still in medium, so we're good. And running that one now. Armistice Day, 1918, First World War history, the last few days before armistice on the 11th hour of the 11th month of the 11th day. All right. Everyone take a break and have a drink. Very important to stay hydrated, especially if you talk as much as I do. Holy cow. I think I'm going to run out of sticky notes today. Oh, no, there's some more down here. Right, grab some more books. Hang on. And welcome in if you're just joining. We're going through a box of books today. Ooh. Oh, yeah. No. Okay. Ooh, interesting. Canadian Business Mathematics, Book 2. Property of the Correspondence Courses Division of the Ontario Department of Education. Okay. Somebody had a staple in it. Why? I don't know. 1964. So over 60 years old. Business mathematics textbook. Probably for college level. 1964. Simple interest, compound interest, investing in stocks, life insurance, the whole 9 yards is in there. Yes, definitely a textbook. Definitely a textbook. All right. Running for 3 doll hairs. Running right now. 1964 business mathematics textbook. The information in here is pretty relevant still. I mean, interest is interest. No matter which way you slice it, interest is interest. So this is Images of America, Florence. This is the Pinal County Historical Society. In 1866, Florence, this is Florence, Arizona, very specific. Florence rose on the banks of the Gila River in south central Arizona. People came from near and far to this early settlement in the Arizona Territory, joining the Native Americans and Mexican farmers already established there. Already established there, 1866, y'all. Just saying. Okay, so history of a very specific place in the United States of America. I'm gonna run that for just $2 because it's very specific and it's American. So, you know, my Canadian audience, only the ones who sell into the States would probably be interested in this. It's probably be an easy sell into the States. Banff. Canada's first national park, a history and memory of Rocky Mountains Park. Ooh. Written by Eleanor Luxton, who is a native daughter of one of Banff's pioneers. There is a tear right there in the cover. That's what the cover looks like underneath the jacket. There's a really cool, look at this. The frontispiece is this very cool map. I think it goes on the back too. Hang on. Yep, it's the same on the back side. So there's pictures in here. Lots of pictures. And when was this written? Drum roll. I've been to Banff Springs. If you go to Banff Springs, I highly recommend that you spend the extra money to go and do the plunge. There's a steam and plunge with a massage, but it is way better than going into the bathtub with everybody else. That swimming pool thing, that's just gross. I did it. I walked in, I looked around, and I was like, oops, God, there's all these. And I was like, I walked in and I walked back out again. And then I booked myself in. This was a long time ago, though. Holy cow. How long ago was that? Oh, this book is cute. It's a library discard. Look at that. Library discard, Rabbit Hill. Look at this cover. It is a library discard. Rabbit Hill by Robert Lawson. Do you know there are people who collect just, there's like a spot here where something wet sat on there, which goes through. So buyer beware. Yeah, oh God, I can't remember how old I was. This came out of St. Pius's School in Peterborough, Ontario. Oh, there's some water damage there, but it's not fresh. Like I rub it and nothing comes off. That's too. This is what happens when kids are allowed to have books. But there's some very cool illustrations inside that you could rescue if you wanted to. Let's run that. Yep, it's medium book. I'm going to run it for just $2 because it does have some damage to it. 10 seconds. Running now. Rabbit Hill. It does have some damage to it. That's why I'm starting at only $2, but it's got lots of really cute illustrations in it. Little illustrations. Yeah, probably. Probably that's what that major damages, but then it looks like somebody got it wet at some point. Okay. Oh, this one's way heavy. This is an encyclopedia. This goes into large. Okay, this is index cards were used. Yes, you had your little sign out cards that you used, but that one looks like it's different, like something wet got put on it. So this was one of the 10 volumes of this consolidated encyclopedia from 1947 that starts with Leicestershire and goes to Mull. Now let's just flip through. It does have that old book smell, that old stored book smell. Ooh, milk. It's healthy. All right, not a ton of illustrations and pictures in here, but you know. So, old encyclopedia for my ephemera friends, or you just want to put that on a shelf. It is large and in charge. I'm going to start that for $4 starting now. It is one volume. Leicestershire to Mull of the Consolidated Encyclopedia. All right, no worries. That's going in my ephemera pile eventually. Okay, what else do we have? Ooh, the Saturday book, edited by John Hadfield. This is a book to be sipped at, to be savored slowly and deliberately like a fine wine or deep cognac. Indeed, one would personally recommend a glass of something as an accompaniment. Saturday book should not be swallowed whole, but taken out. Oh my God. This year, the editor of Saturday Book looks back 50 years to the early 20s, immediately before the era of short skirts and the Charleston. Oh, look at that. Oh my goodness. When was this published? The Saturday Book was founded in 1941 and has been edited since 1952 by John Hadfield. This particular one is from 1972 and is all about, oh my goodness, what the heck is that? Oh, sorry. Didn't mean to flash you guys there. Yeah, that was a painting. All right, good thing I have explicit content on for flashing some drawn boobies. All right, so the Saturday Book, it's quite heavy. Yeah, we're gonna have to keep this in large. Hello, Allie, how are you? All right, the Saturday Book is running now. I'm not gonna flip it again because I might accidentally flash you with picture of the booby. Somebody's on YouTube right now, probably writing boobs on the YouTube channel. Centennial History of the County of Victoria. Ooh. There's the lift lock in Kirkfield, Ontario. This is an 1867 project, so this is the history of Victoria County, Ontario. Victoria County, Ontario. What's that one? Yeah, Lower Lock, Fenelon Falls. So Kirkfield, Fenelon Falls, Lindsay, Victoria County, all of that. This is a genealogist's dream, these books, because they have so much information. Oh, thank you. I've decided I'm gonna wear hoodies and sweatshirts and then just zhuzh it up, because this is my zhuzhing. This is as close as you're gonna get to zhuzh. I'm trying to find the frontispiece. The title page, I mean. All right. Oh, double check the weight, Kim. My goodness. Yep. We can put this back in medium. Please hold while I switch to medium. All right. Victoria County, Ontario history book from 1967. Running now. Good old Victoria County. This probably has Downieville in it. Does it have Downieville in it? Probably does. Bet you it does. My great-grandparents, thank you, Bounty. My great-grandparents moved from Toronto to Downieville, which is outside of Lindsay. Downieville. Why did I just write Downieville? I meant to write Bounty. In the 1950s. And back then, Downieville was a Catholic town. And in order for them to be approved to buy the farmhouse that they wanted to, they had to get approval from the church council because they weren't Catholic in the 1950s. Who'd have thunk? But that's where they retired to. Yeah. I mean, you think, the history in Canada is fascinating. And part of my father's family is from the Cavan area, and the Cavan Blazers. Our family was not part of it, thank God. But the Cavan Blazers are famous for going around and burning down homes of and farms, like barns and farms of those who were Catholic. It's horrible. Okay, this one is, I'm not going to flip through because I might show. Actually, I will flip through a bit. This is 101 villains from Vlad the Impaler to Mustache Man. History's monsters. So I'm not gonna flip all the way. So it starts with Jezebel. Jezebel in 9th century, all the way through to Osama bin Laden. So history's monsters, and this is quite illustrated. This is one of those history books for people who aren't big on a lot of reading and like pictures too. So I'm going to stop right there. That's good enough. Okay. So what is evil? How do we recognize it? How can we learn from it? It says on the back. History's Monsters is a survey of wickedness in human history, a fascinating chronicle of human depravity, a lesson in good and evil spanning 3 millennia. Nietzsche, thank you so much, Nietzsche. This is coming to you. Nietzsche. I'm just going to cover up one of Mustache Man's eyes there. I don't like you, Mustache Man. The Girl's Book of Ballet. Ooh. The Girl's Book of Ballet. To Rosemary, wishing you many happy dancing hours. Love, Dad and Mom, 1962. That's so sweet. Let's see. Oh, look at that. Look at that picture. How sweet is that? 1960, this printing. So it's got How to Enjoy Ballet, The Making of a Dancer, Ballet for Television, as opposed to ballet for TikTok. A gallery of ballerinas. So it's got a whole bunch of ballerinas. 2 original dances for kids to learn, for young children and older children. Long ballet skirt then. Yeah, look at that. So Ballet for Girls, a book all about ballet, including dances to learn. Ballet for Girls. Double check the weight. Yep, we're good. Okay. This can go in medium. All right, 10 seconds. Ballet for Girls running now. Look at that. La. How cool is that? Hello, darling. These are so neat, these pictures. Look at that. Print condition. Thank you so much. Welcome to the Chicken Coop Print Condition. Thank you for joining, and thank you for your purchase. You now have unlocked egg, and if you're in Canada, you've also you can also this Saturday. Yes, absolutely. Thank you for asking. If you're in Canada, you can also turn on weekly bundling if you want. I do shows throughout the week. And tomorrow is going to be my anniversary show, my Whatnot anniversary show. So if you use weekly bundling and turn it on, if you haven't done that already, I'm going to run this now, running this one now, the Saturday book. Saturday book club. I'll not flip to the wrong page. Yeah, I know it's my 3rd Whatnot anniversary. Thank you, Print Condition. Thank you, Print Condition. Thank you so much. This is a great book too. I love it. Okay, what else do we have here? Oh, another one. Fun with Ballet. A beginner's book for future ballerinas. Look how sweet she is on there. When was this printed? It's got some foxing at the front here. And a little bit, I don't know if that's light damage or what. Thank you, Rachel. Yes, my 3rd anniversary, 1952. 1952. So this has like all the different positions. Is that what you call it? So like first position, and it shows you exactly how to do it. Second position with instructions. 5th position. Look at that. 1952. That's frappe. Piet bâtiment. Oh my gosh, look at this. Arabesque. So this is like this is a fun with ballet for girls and boys, I guess. Boys can do the same things. Gonna run this one now. 1952, fun with ballet. Look at that. How to do ballet. Isn't that cool? I don't think I wanted to learn ballet when I was a kid. I don't think I could do that anymore. I think I'd just fall over. Thank you, ALR, and thank you everybody for your bids. You guys are awesome. I appreciate you all. Oh, I can't find, where did I just, I'm gonna just grab this one. Sorry, I'm making all these, ALR, making all these noises as I go, as usual. We have some folks who've come in and would like to see ephemera. Do we have any DVDs in the house? I don't think I see any DVDs. Hold on to a chair. That's a good idea. I think I'd still fall over. I'm not limber enough anymore. Once upon a time. Oh gosh. There was all kinds of things that I could do once upon a time. Those are the good old days. I'm sure my husband misses that, the good old days too. Regency England. Let's see what's inside. Oops, let's turn it around and then see what's inside. Regents. Oh, look at this. It's Bridgerton, y'all. It's Bridgerton. Regency England. The Great Age of the Color Print. London, the Folio Society, 1964. Printed in Austria. Let's see. What do we have here? Drum roll. Ooh. What's that? Billing-Bear Burke's Seat of Lord Braybrook. There's Charing Cross. Oh my goodness. Each page is a different print of a painting. Factory Children. So this is in the Regency era, which is when Mad King George III, the lover's dream, speaking of, Mad King George III, when he was, his son took over the Regency. Despite the way that they have it in Bridgerton, where it feels like Queen Charlotte just had control. She did not. Her son took over, the Prince Regent. Okay, so Regency era book running now. The Regency era. These are absolutely stunning in here. Look at that. All of these full color print condition. Thank you so much. This is awesome. This is an awesome book. Print condition. Great grab. Print condition. Thank you so much. And don't forget to use your coupons up above. If you click on the egg or crown, you'll be able to see your coupons that are available. If you were part of last season's rewards club, then you probably still have coupons that you can use up. So make sure you use them up. 2 chairs. That's a good idea, Alex. All right, sorry. Need to hydrate. Ooh, Ooh, recipe and reminiscences. Reminiscence. I can't even speak today. Recipes of New Orleans. Nolans. And there's somebody gave it to Joe, a future gourmet, love Auntie May and Uncle Carl. Aw. This is published by the Ursuline Academy Cooperative Club in New Orleans, 1971. Ooh, oh my gosh. Oh, okay. If you've been to New Orleans, you understand. The food there is amazing. There's all your like recipe charts for your different spices. There's even, look at this, Antoine's restaurant. There's images in here. Mason's restaurant. So this is all like the restaurants of the area in the 70s, early 70s, 1971. Hush puppies, drizzle toppings, King's cake is in here. Oh, making me hungry. All right, double check the weight. Yeah, we're good. All right, running this one now. Recipe book from 1971 of and did you know, technically, I always say this anytime New Orleans comes up, I say this. So if the US government ever declares that that life begins at conception, and therefore if you're conceived in the United States, you're an American citizen, then I'm an American citizen because I was conceived in the French Quarter of New Orleans on my parents' honeymoon. So I'm American. I did actually feel quite at home when I was in New Orleans. I did really love it. So there's probably something to that. Ooh, this one's cool. Fossil vertebrates, beach and bank collecting for amateurs. Ooh, with like, this is very cool. Author of Let's Find Fossils on the Beach in 1968. This is the 26th printing of it in 1995. This is a primer and guide for amateur beach and bank combers of all ages who would like to collect fossil vertebrates but don't know where, when, how, or why. So it actually has images and instructions on where to look, like, and when to look. And shark teeth. Yeah, we went to Venice Beach in Florida, and we did shark, like, we have a ton of shark teeth from just combing the beach in Florida, in Venice Beach, Florida. All right, this one should be probably a small. Yep. Small weight. All right, running this one now for 10 seconds. Fossil Vertebrates Beachcomber's Guide to Collecting Fossils. ALR, thank you so much. Thank you so much. I think the shark teeth are really cool because they're super old ones. I just wrote shark. ALR. This is why I shouldn't talk and write. Myrtle Beach has them. Oh, I've never done it on Myrtle Beach. We used to go to Myrtle Beach all the time when I was a kid. Like that was our annual vacation in October, was go down to Hershey, Pennsylvania. That's a whole other story. And then to Myrtle Beach and then home. I heard the owl call my name. Ooh, I heard the owl. Owl always love vintage. I heard the owl call my name by Margaret Craven. It has a dedication in May 1975. Look at the cool owl logo there. Allie, this would make a really cool logo for you. That's a very cool logo. 1973. 1973. I heard the owl call my name. This book is for the Sawatanoke tribe at Kingcome Village, BC, and for Eric Powell. So it looks like this is this has some indigenous. The word Indian is in here because this is from the 70s, so please note that. I heard the owl call my name, a Canadian author, Margaret Craven. And I don't have a cover, so I can't tell you more than that. So I'm just going to flip to a page. Chapter 8. That's the depth of sadness. Why do I pick the worst parts? Okay. Let me just double check the weight on this. Yeah, medium. Boop it up to medium. Hang on. All right. Give me 20 seconds to read a bit. Okay. Now, for the first time since Mark's coming, the whole tribe was in residence and all the men were home from the fishing. 3 days before Christmas, one of the signers had brought the young people, those in their teens, from the church residential school at Alert Bay, and 2 of the largest canoes had met them at the float and brought them upriver. This has got residential school in here. Oh. HJC, thank you so much. This will be actually fascinating history, I think. This is fascinating. And I love this owl. This owl is the best. I love it. Thank you so much, HJC. Okay. Bounty, yours also went to Myrtle Beach for vacay. I lived in an area. You're in BC? Awesome. I lived in an area of, I lived in Guildwood. For those who know Scarborough, I grew up in Guildwood. So a lot of my fellow, a lot of people I went to school with, had means, and so their parents would take them to like Barbados and Bermuda, and then there's me. Ooh, look at this. There is, okay, this is a discard from the Library of Harthouse, University of Toronto. It was the gift of purchased by the library committee in January 29th, 1947. So this is a discard from Harthouse. There's actually, you can see, can you see how it says Harthouse there? So they would stamp it so you couldn't steal, you were not supposed to steal it out of Harthouse. So this is from 1946. This is Faces of Destiny, Portraits by Karsh. So this is not your average book. Oh God. Portraits by Karsh, printed in 1946. You grew up on the bridle path? Oh, so you understand. Everybody else went elsewhere. I don't think I've ever looked for a shark skeleton before. All right, so there's these portraits. Ooh, is that? Oh, it's Princess Elizabeth. Look at that. Portraits by Karsh, 1947. This is a discard from Harthouse Library. And there's actually the person who was collecting this printed out, because there is a book plate in here from 1947. This book plate right there. Harthouse stuff is actually collectible, and this is the book plate designer, so it tells you all about the book plate, the designer who designed that book plate, as well as the information about that Arts and Letters Club book plate. So this is the Faces of Destiny, Portraits by Karsh from 1947. Let me just double check the weight. Yeah, we are good in large. I'm running this for only $4 because I'm crazy. Hang on. Start running now. Who's that? I can't read that. I can't read backwards. Look at that. Isn't that amazing? Oh, look at that. He captured the smoke coming out of his pipe. That's so neat. Amazing. Izzy, congratulations. Any Nietzsche or Marx? I haven't seen any yet. To be honest, we are unboxing today. Stop. Sit. No. 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 Thank you, Izzy Pop. No, Rooster is not on all of mine. Rooster is not on all of mine. I only have one, I think, that has a rooster in the background. Ooh, School of Operational Medicine study kit from the Defense and Civil Institute. And so if anybody does sell Nietzsche or Marx, can you say hello in the chat so that Elk Bugles can follow you? I haven't seen We're Unboxing, so it's like a weird mixture of stuff. One of these days I'll actually have a bunch, I'll have my books organized enough. So this looks like speed, acceleration, and gravity and aviation, aeromedical approach. There's a whole lesson plan on atmospheric physics and a single engine bird. And I don't know what year is this from. Let's see where the aeromedical approach is. It doesn't say. So it's basically like all the things that you need to know if you're going to provide medical care. A program directed towards providing pilots, crew, and passengers with an understanding of the flight environment, human limitations, yada, yada, yada. All right. So this is the School of Operational Medicine study kit from the Department of Defense, not the Department of War, because we don't have one of those anymore. Medium book. All right, running now. I don't know if it might be later than that, because there's, see that they got the Canada flag, so it's after the Canada flag was adopted, so 70s maybe. It was before 67 we adopted the flag, so late 60s at the earliest. All right, 10 seconds running now. It's a very cool piece of defense history there, with all kinds of the whole study kit. You'll have fun going through that, ALR. Thank you so much, ALR. All right, what's next? What's next in here? The Macfarlane manuscript. What is the Macfarlane manuscript? Preface. This is 1971. During Peter Macfarlane's too brief stay with us, a profound change took place in the Canadian Sub-Aqua Club. Instead of being casual observers of the underwater world, we became involved divers with programs in archaeology, photography, and zoology. With Peter's enthusiasm, a curtain raised, revealing unlimited activity and satisfaction. Okay, so this is about, these are articles by a man named Peter Macfarlane, all about, they're different articles all about diving, from 1964 to 1965. So if you are into diving, this is probably an interesting book for you. If you're not into diving, this will not be an interesting book for you. Running now. So as you can see, it's like from the newsletter. The newsletters they published, he would write these articles and they republished it all into one big manuscript. Thank you, ALR. That is such a cool thing. It's such a, I love these unique things, like, you know, a diving club reprinted somebody's articles. Oh, here's another one to do with diving. The Underwater Archaeological Research Project from 1970. A bit of England. How are you? Welcome in. From prepared for Archaeological and Historical Sites Board of Ontario by the Archaeological Council on Canadian Waterways. There was an Archaeological Council on Canadian Waterways. And there's a letter from the secretary. Ooh, look at that. There's a map in here. Oh, how cool is that? There's multiple maps. Oh, okay. These are examples of when you're doing archaeological surveys. Yeah, so this is for if you're doing archaeological surveys, how to draw it out. So these are some examples. Another niche item, but someone out there may be interested in this. It is very cool. Archaeological, how to survey underwater. Archaeological surveys underwater. How neat is that? Ooh. This is so neat. This is so neat. You just don't see this stuff. I love this kind of stuff. It's so niche, but so cool. All the instructions. I love these. I love, oh, look at this. There's like shipwreck pictures. Ooh, I love these shipwreck pictures. Dragota, thank you so much. Thank you everybody for your bids. Dragota, thank you, thank you. Aren't books fun? I love books so much. I love books. If I didn't already have a ton of inventory, I would just concentrate on books and ephemera. But I have a lot of inventory, so there are 2 of these. So I'm gonna put them together for someone who's Steamboat Sabino, Mystic Seaport. Oh, look at that. Steamboat Sabino, SS Steamboat. Look at, oh my gosh, Dixieland Cruises. Where? Mystic River. Where is that? Where? Area code 203. What's area code 203? Don't know. Area code 203. Alexa, where is area code 203?
Area code 203 covers southwestern Connecticut.
Connecticut.
Major cities like Bridgeport, New Haven, Stamford, and Waterbury. It's been serving that region since 1997,
Connecticut.
making it one of the state's original area codes.
It's one of the state's original area codes for Connecticut. Oh, there it is. Mystic, Connecticut is actually, Mystic is the name of the town. I should have just opened up. So this is a, I guess this is like you would go on this steamboat, and then you would get this, you would buy this probably. So it has each one, there's 2 of them. I think these would look really cool framed up just on their own. You get both of these cute little tourist books of the steamboat, and this is printed in 1974. 1974, Mystic, Connecticut. These posters are what? The posters are it for me. The posters are the thing. All right, let me just move this down to small. All right, $2 for both. Starting at $2 for both, which includes the posters in these very cool posters inside. I really want to frame up these posters. That's, you know, in my spare time, I need to start framing all these things I find. Ooh, Canadian Eskimo art. Apologies. This is what it says. The Department of Northern Affairs and National Resources. Note that it has been bent, so it will need to be flattened. I will ship it as flat as I can. 1959. And somebody wrote that it was their property, but it's not anymore. Design and layout by James A. Houston. Photographs by Bert Beaver and the National Film Board. Oh my gosh, look how beautiful these are. Look at this art. These sculptures are amazing. So it's got map and oh my gosh, this is gorgeous. So Inuit art, although they use the E word because it's 19. What did I say? You used to live in Iqaluit? Bounty, what haven't you done? You are awesome. 1959. I have not been to the Yukon, and I've not been to Iqaluit. No, wait. Why is my brain farting out? You know what I mean. All right. Running this for $2. Eskimo art or Inuit art. Look how these are just gorgeous. Look at that. Oh, look at those teeth. Oh my goodness, those teeth have got ya. Bounty, thank you so much, and thank you everybody for your bids. That is such a cool piece. Bounty. All right, I will get that flattened out as much as I can, Bounty. Lord. Oh my dear Lord. Oh, this is heavy. This is going to need its own listing. Hang on. I'm just going to do a quick listing. Create a temporary listing. New and used books. Title is Dictionary. Starting bid will be 4. Shipping profile is going to be hunka hunka burnin' love. Hunka hunka burnin' love. It's almost 6 pounds. Add. This is Funk and Wagnall's Standard Encyclopedic Dictionary. You help set up. How cool is that? Oh my gosh. I love you even more, Bounty. That is so cool. Okay, this does have some water damage at the bottom. Please note. Doesn't seem to go all the way through, but it's also got some like bubbling effect here. So this is from, what year is this? Oh, this is so heavy. Why are you so heavy? It actually has like it has like space at the beginning here. Can you see that? Now the pages are a little bit wonky and there was some water damage, so the pages are sticking together here. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Okay, so that whole section is space pictures, and this was 1972. It's as old as me, possibly older, since I was born in October. So this is an encyclopedic dictionary. Ooh, we're gonna see what that is. Any more ephemera in here? We'll run the ephemera separate. Okay, encyclopedic dictionary, as is. Oh, God, so heavy. All right, running now. Encyclopedic dictionary that is extremely heavy. Oh, is running now. Thank you, ALR. That's coming to you. Ugh, that was so heavy. ALR, thank you so much. That is so cool. A lot of people, what they do with old dictionaries now is that they take out pages and they'll like just circle one word like love or whatever, marriage, and then they frame it up. And I know, Dragoda, but some people do. That one has some damage, so it wouldn't be a total sin to do that, because it does have some damage already. When they're not damaged, that's one thing. But ooh, Lennox and Addington. Thrifting with ADHD, are you around? Because this is about Lennox and Addington. There's Napanee. McPherson Mill, Napanee. It shows you image of Lennox and Addington. This is a history book from 1964. 1964. You're a book purist. I totally understand that. For me, if it's been damaged, it's thank you for tagging her. She might be busy. There's all the ladies and gentlemen who helped write this book about Lennox and Addington, Ontario. I wonder. Let's see. Oh, there's like, I love the baseball teams and stuff. The Napanee Comets. I can't remember how close she is to Napanee. She might not be close enough. There's a lot of lakes. There's a lot of lakes to look at. Okay. What does this weigh? Let's put this back in. 2 medium. So Lennox and Addington history book, the centennial that was written in 1964. So 1864 to 1964, Lennox and Addington, Ontario history book. Good part of, I love this kind of stuff for genealogy. Oh wow, Bounty, that is neat. Who did I meet the other day who was who did I sit with? Oh, I sat beside a gentleman at an event we had at the Legion, and he had worked at Millhaven. So he had lots of stories to tell me about Millhaven Correctional Institute. Holy moly. And he left just after Paul Bernardo got moved there. All right, this is Bible Symbols. Now, it has been, as you can see, this has been repaired. So I'm going to try and be very gentle with it. There's the There's the inside cover. To Ross from Grandma. Oh. All right. I think what I'm going to do so I can show you this properly, because it is absolute stunning book, is we're gonna do a little bit of let's do some story time. All right, here we go. Whoop, there we go. Okay, so Bible symbols. Let me just move this out of the way. Boop. Bible symbols by Frank Beard, 1908. Did you really? What haven't you done? Oh my gosh, you guys have such fascinating histories. I feel very boring. The Bible in pictures. Let's see. Oh yes. Oh, I love this one. So notice to the 212 pages folioed in this book must be added the title page, frontispiece, and copyright page, and 24 pages of stories in the Old Testament division, making a total of 239 pages in the complete book. Make sure you note that. So look at this. In the beginning, God created, and look at how cool is this. So it's like, it's a picture book it's a picture storybook of the Bible. So I'm just going to flip through. Strange commandment. Okay, you get the idea. I don't want to hurt it too much. So, there we are. What year was that again? There's the Good Shepherd. 1908. This one is 1908. So, Bible symbols running for 10 seconds. Bible symbols from 1908. This one is absolutely amazing. Absolutely amazing. ALR, what a steal. Awesome. Thank you so much, ALR. That is an awesome buy. Thank you. Thank you. You're going to love that. You are going to love that. It is amazing. ALR. All right. Put that in there. I'm going to put your big one. I'm going to put down bounties first. And then I can put that big dictionary on top of bounties to help flatten it out. There we go. Okay. All right, let's grab another box. Let's see what's in here. Oh my goodness. Okay. Ooh, a grab bag of 45s. All right. Let's see. Let's see what we got. I know this isn't exactly books, but you know what? It is what it is. It's a grab bag of 45s. So let's run through these. Ray Conniff Singers Talk of the Town, and look at this ad for Brisk toothpaste. Another Talk of the Town, new ice blue Brisk toothpaste. ALR does get big heavy boxes, but I try not to make them too heavy. We had to split one up. 45. This isn't actually, it's in decent condition. Who remembers these things? Desperately looking for one of these. These would go in your record player, as well as, yeah, they would have them in the jukeboxes, but these are your singles. These were called singles. And this one is it's the Talk of the Town. Love is the sweetest thing. Zippity doo dah. They say it's wonderful, and my heart cries for you. Volume 2. Zippity doo dah, zippity day. My oh my, what a wonderful day. Plenty of sunshine headed my way. Zippity doo dah, zippity day. Mr. Blue, I don't think that's that song, but Mr. Bluebird on my shoulder. Yes, definitely older music. This one's kind of cool. All right, new to that. What's next? Heartsick, got a heartsick feeling. Bobby Helms. Look at it. The new singing sensation, Bobby Helms. And Froline on the other side from Decca Records. That's in good condition too. Does it say a year? It doesn't. Decca was a Canadian company. Yeah, it doesn't say the year. Bobby Helms running now. Bobby Helms. Do 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 do. Your brother-in-law has a jukebox. That's so cool. I couldn't afford like full albums when I was a kid, so I bought singles of everything, and I don't know if they're still around. If they are, they're in a box somewhere. Mi Casa Su Casa, Mein Haus ist dein Haus by Langs Walser. And on the other side, it says Cassetta in Canada. Ooh, I wish I could listen to that. Cassetta in Canada by Tempo Records. Alrighty, all these images around here. I'm gonna put. Yeah, you know what? No, touch and run. You never know. Touch and run, Kim. Touch and run. Touch and run. Just do it. Touch and run. Cassetta in Canada. I'm curious about that song. I want to play it. Blue Blues. And When the White Lilacs Bloom Again. Recorded by Deutsches Grammophon. This seems to be more German music. Wait till you see this next one. This one after the one after this is hilarious. Decca Records. Running now. All right. Centennial Polka. That's right, Centennial Polka. This is all profits from the sale of this record will go to the Indian Eskimo Association of Canada. The president of the IAE said, "Our faith is rooted in the belief that Canada will be stronger, her reputation brighter, the prosperity of her industry and commerce greater if the nearly 500,000 citizens of Indian and Eskimo background are helped to find their way into the national community, to stand on their own legs economically and politically, and it says adjust to white man's civilization on terms they understand and on terms they understand and accept." Okay, I like that part. All right, I'm okay with that. I was worried for a second there. So a Steinberg. So this is polka music, 1867 to 1967, Centennial Polka. On one side, and then Feuilleton, Feuilleton, Feuilleton on the other side, which is a French song. So an English polka and a French song. And then the proceeds went to, I love the cover. But nothing says let's party like Canadian polka. Centennial polka music was created. And yeah. I do like the fact that he says, and adjust to white man's civilization on terms they understand and expect. What is polka music? Do, 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 like the chicken dance. Polka. Polka music. Dragota, look it up. The Schmengies, yes. Definitely look it up. AHJC, thank you so much for your purchase. This is such a cool piece. Such a cool piece. All right, let's get all those other records. 1, 2, 3, 4 singles, and I'm going to run these all together. 4 singles all together. Ray Conniff, this one, and this one. I already showed them, so I'm not going to repeat myself. The Metal Fat says yes, please. Oh, my husband just made food. It is so yummy smelling. The Metal Fat, thank you so much. Is this right? Fat times 4. Even these little center things are so cool now because they're hard to find. So the center things alone probably are worth the money. Oh, John Candy and John Candy and Eugene Levy did do a very funny polka. True Crime Stories #2 by Max Haynes. Down through the history of crime, murderers have planned all sorts of devious schemes to hasten the demise of friends, neighbors, and relatives. More often than not, something goes wrong. Join Max Haynes as he traces the devious deeds of felons undone by sloppy schemes and suspicious threads Relive the Yorkshire Ripper's 6-year reign of terror, the shocking zebra murders of San Francisco, and the puzzling Australia dingo murder in Mac's 9th book of Murder Most Foul. What is it? What's this? Oh, I'll put that aside. Weird ephemera. To a Great Boss. Merry Christmas. Max Haynes, who's a Toronto Sun columnist, and this was published in 1988. So, true crime stories from 1988 by Max Haynes, running now. Volume number 2. True crime. If you love true crime, this is probably for you. This is all story. I guess they're considered short stories about true crime. A whole bunch of them. Gentlemen, thank you so much. That's a fun book. Well, I don't know how fun it is. If you like true crime, then it's a fun book. Jen O. Min, thank you so much. Okay. All right, now I'm going to just check the poll to see. Books are still winning, and there's some ephemera and a couple of DVDs. So if you, so shout out in the chat if you would like me to switch to ephemera after this next pile. Meadowfet says DVD. Yep, absolutely. We can grab some DVDs. We'll just go back and forth. Building, construction, and ephemera. Okay, we can do that. We'll do some DVDs, some ephemera, some books. Repeat, DVDs, ephemera, books. I have this one more, and then we'll grab DVDs and then some ephemera. So building, construction, estimating. There's the cover. Building, construction, estimating from 1945, McGraw-Hill book. So obviously it's about estimating building construction. Estimating building construction. All right. Yeah, I know I got it upside down right now, but you get the idea. It's a construction estimating book from 1945. Ooh, look at that. These are so cool. It's definitely a page turner. It is. I like the images. All right. All right. Grab a handful of DVDs. Got a handful of DVDs. Let's see what we have here. Most of these are unopened. Some of them are unopened. Some of them are opened. So just going to run them at the same. Let me just pin DVD. Have that somewhere. Where did I put that? Oh, there it is. Pin with my very fancy DVD picture because they just took a picture of the bags. Unrated director's cut of Pitch Black. Hip, sexy, and scary as hell. Looks like it's with Vin Diesel. The scariest sci-fi thriller. And looks like it's with Vin Diesel. Who I didn't know he passed away. I clearly am not paying enough attention. 10 seconds. Running now. Pitch Black is running now. Yeah, there was like a 2000, they did something at the SAG thing, and like he was in there, and I was like, I didn't know he died. I had no idea. I saw it in the SAG thing of like memories of people. Hey, Collections by Art, how are you? How are things in your world? I haven't seen you in a while because, you know, tariffs, probably more than anything else. Dragonfly. Kevin Costner in a movie called Dragonfly. I know it's been forever. How are things for you? Dragonfly. I should look at the DVDs. Oh, if it's open. This is the part I hate. I can't see any issues on it. Okay. Except for me trying to get back in. All right. Running that now for 10 seconds. It's going back to 30 seconds again. Son of a nutcracker. Why not fix that? It's annoying as F. Dragonfly. Bounty. Thank you so much. Bounty. Okay. Now my stomach's growling. Oh dear. Hang on. Let me feed it with some tea. All right. Oh, okay. Unopened. Yeah, unopened. Still has its alliance. The Lawnmower Man 2. Job's War. God made him simple. Science made him a god. Now he wants revenge. Running now. Lawnmower Man 2. I didn't watch Lawnmower Man 1, so I don't know how Lawnmower Man 2 holds up. Usually sequels are not that great. So. Let me put the DVDs over here. Okay. The next one, it does have some plastic coming off, but it has not been opened. This one is Evolution, from the makers of Ghostbuster and Road Trip, with David Duchovny, Julianne Moore, etc. Looks like a sci-fi comedy. Sci-fi comedy from DreamWorks. The maker of Ghostbusters and Road Trip brings you this hilarious look at life on Earth and joins forces with the biggest stars in the universe: David Duchovny, Orlando Jones, Sean William Scott, and Julianne Moore. Thank you, Bounty. Bounty. All right. Another one, also unopened. There's the seal, you can tell. This one is Kevin Spacey and Jeff Bridges in K-Pax. The two-time Academy Award winner Kevin Spacey, an Academy Award nominee Jeff Bridges, star in this spellbinding, often humorous story of a mysterious stranger who defies convention, puzzles the experts, and leaves everybody searching for the truth. Ooh. Ooh. There can be only one, but there's two. But this is the first one. There can be only one. This is the widescreen version, deluxe collector's edition. Oh my gosh, I cannot tell you how many times we watched this when I I watched this so many times in my youth when I was young. It's one of my ex-husband's favorite movies. Highlander director's cut with the Scotsman and this guy. You don't know these movies? Highlander? There can be only one. He's immortal. But there can be only one. There's only one who can be immortal, and they have to kill each other. It's a whole thing. And somehow he spoiler alert, Highlander 2, because he made it. Yeah, there's a lot of chopping of heads and punks, and it's and it's, oh, you're all muck and muscle. I last the way you like it. Yeah. There's some muck and muscle in there. Highlander 2, Renegade version, includes the featurette Highlander 2, To Be or Not to Be a Sequel. This is the director's cut of Highlander 2, unopened. Highlander 2. So, no, Loki, you are not going to watch anything. You don't I probably wouldn't have watched it if it wasn't for the fact that my boyfriend at the time was all about Highlander. We watched it on VHS because I'm that old. All right, let's do some ephemera. I'm going to grab a handful of ephemera here. Seems to be a lot of booklets, so bear with me. Let's see what we've got here. Customs duty stamps are on this envelope containing sample pages from our 2 new Christmas choir cantatas. What? From the Lorenz Publishing Company. To Mrs. Olga Fowler. Aw, she was probably related to the Fowlers of Fowler's Corners. How cool is that? Peterborough, Ontario. All right, let's see what we got in here from that Miss Olga Fowler got. Let me just double check the weight. Okay, we're good. We can stay in small. I'm going to keep this in small book just to keep things. All right, there we go. All right, we've got 5 Octavio anthems. I'm going to put this together as a lot. Keep it all together, just like Olga had it. The World's Redeemer. These are like sample pages from Christmas plays. The Star of Hope. These are, look how cool that is. Star of Hope. And Fall and Christmas plays from Fillmore Music House in Cincinnati. Hi, Sandra. So this was basically your catalog to pick out which Christmas, fall, and Christmas plays you wanted. All right, it's all going together into one lot. All in one lot, including the envelope that it all came in. You get the 1, 2, 3, 4 of these booklets. And I will run that now. 10 seconds running now. That. You get this one, Star of Hope. You get that one. And AHJC just won that one as well. Congratulations, AHJC. I love the custom stamp on the back there. That's how you would pay your customs officials. I don't hey Sasso, I do not think I do. We're unboxing today, so it's kind of a mishmash of stuff, but I do not believe so. Does anybody here have any Lorene McDaniel books for sale that you can wave and say hi and let her know? So feel free, if you sell books, and let me know. You're oh, that's so cool. I love that. Such a sweet, thoughtful gift to buy something like this. I love that, AHJC. Let me put that in there so it's safer. All right, what else do we have? Ooh, postcards. Ooh, postcards. All right, let's split this up a little. Let's see what we have here. I'm going to count out 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Wait, no. Those ones look like they all belong together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, 10 postcards to start with. Let me just pin ephemera. Boop. All right. We have a postcard with Deutsches Evangelische Kirche in Rome. There's one. We have Banff Springs Hotel Golf Course. We have Old Faithful Geyser in Yellowstone National Park by Union Pacific Railroad. We have Carmel, a village of more than 3,000 permanent inhabitants and known the world over. Canadian Rockies in natural color, Lake Louise. Vintage postcard. Ooh, this one looks old. 1921 it looks like. No, 1928. This is Geneve, so Geneva. Pointe du Blanc, a view sur la vie. So Pointe du Blanc and a view of the village. And look at those stamps on there. And there's the back. And you can see 828 there, so it's probably 1928. And you can even see by the vehicles, the carriages on there. So that's Geneva. Lakeview Inn Hotel on Lake Nipissing, famous for food, dancing nightly. Ooh, dancing nightly. Padova, Basilique du Saint-Vieux de l'Avion. Basilica of the Saint as seen from the airplane. Ooh, that one's cool. And Vanderbilt Beach in Florida. And last of the 10 is this one that's just mountains. Doesn't say where, just mountains. All right, all 10 of those starting for just $1 running now. All 10 of these ones, Banff Springs Hotel. This one. That one. That one. This one. This one. Wait for it. This one. And that one. All coming together. These are so cool. Thank you, everybody, for your bids. All right, PB and J, thank you so much. little bag here. Keep them all together. PB&J. PB&J. Perfect. And PB&J, did your stuff arrive? The combined stuff, did it arrive okay? Hopefully it did. I should keep checking. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right. 10 more. Oh, wait, that's not a postcard. 11. Okay. Look at this guy and his, because I put the stuff for your hubby in there too. Look at that. That's quite the beer stein. This is Frankenmuth Bavarian Inn in Frankenmuth, Michigan. Oh, okay. It'll come hopefully soon. One of the world's largest steins, made in Germany, capacity 90 12-ounce bottles of beer. It weighs 75 pounds. So this is Frankenmuth Bavarian Inn in Frankenmuth, Michigan. There's your first one. We have a choo-choo train from, it's hard to tell because it's been, there's a cool stamp on there. It's a train. This one is Torino, it looks like, Italy. Oh yes. Rome. This is Michelangelo. One of Michelangelo's. Your cousins founded Frank. No, shut the front door, Bounty. Holy cow, that is so cool. Here's BC Ferries, the spirit of British Columbia. We also have the nostalgia postcard. Yesterday's Britain, 1890s to 1950s. This is 1920s. This is not really a postcard. It's a card. It's a card. So we'll grab another postcard to add to this. Peacock postcards. This is the city of Victoria at the heart of British Columbia. Next one is Spirit of British Columbia. Oh, another one. Is there 2 of those? Or did I manage to fork that up? Nope, there's 2 of these. 2 of these Spirit of British Columbia ones. We also have advertising signboards dominating the streets of Simsha-Tsui. You went to the cutest theme park? There was a tulip park there. Oh my gosh, that sounds awesome. Vancouver, BC. Of the Granville Street Bridge. How many times have I driven over that bridge? Holy cow. Expo 86, Expo 1986 postcard. And this very pretty, I'm going to grab another. This is just a very pretty image on a card that's from Imagecraft, printed in Canada. So it's probably a Canadian image. I'm going to grab one more postcard. Roma Apollo. Statue of Apollo and whoever else that is, and it's actually on photo paper. Okay, all of those running for $1. You get all of that running now. All of that is running now. Bounty, thank you so much. Bounty, that's coming to you. Thank you. Let me just open that up. Bag. Come on, bag. Cooperate. That's right. If you talk to the bags, they will cooperate. Bounty. Okay. What do we have next? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and all of these. All right. This is the last of this pile. Yes, this is the last of this pile. And then we'll grab some more books. No, it's not. It's just the last of this pile of postcards. Sorry. All right. So this was from a postcard booklet, but it's just one part of it with the Garden of the Gods in Colorado. There's an image of Lake Louise. It's a very pretty image of Lake Louise. What's this? Market Street in downtown Wheeling, West Virginia. Wheeling, West Virginia. Look at those cars. This one is Capitol Music Hall, home of Jamboree USA. Also showing Capitol Gift Shop, headquarters for Jamboree Gifts. Capitol Music Hall. Wheeling, West Virginia as well. Main Street, Clarion, Pennsylvania, US 322 at the intersection of State Routes 66 and 68. Yeah, whoever had these is definitely well traveled. Look at those cars on there. This is, yeah, it goes this way. The fire tower at Cook Forest State Park on State Highway 36 in northwestern Pennsylvania. And also, wait for it, Interstate Highway Route 70 in Wheeling, West Virginia, as well as a Merry Christmas postcard. Christmas greetings and best wishes for the new year, printed in Rhode Island. And then we have some art cards here. Young Girl in Straw Hat from Renoir. Bridge at Argenteuil from Monet. We've got a Renoir Chestnut Tree in Bloom. Oh, this one's one of my favorite. The Green Dancers from Degas. There's the back of it. Starry Night over the Rhone. I'm probably not saying that right. Van Gogh. And The Starry Night from Van Gogh. So you're getting all those art cards and the postcards all for $1 here. All these pretty ones. It's so pretty. And this cool one. And all these ones. PB&J, thank you so much. And thank you everybody for your bids. PB&J, let me put that. You're right, Dragoda. Postcards are so easy. You can pick them up and they're a great way to keep a memory going of where you were. I'm gonna have to figure out what I'm gonna bring back from Austin, Texas. I'm going thrifting. So I don't know what I'm gonna bring back from Austin. Other than hopefully a full belly of barbecue. Okay, what else do we have here? Oh, here's an interesting one. This is an occasional paper published by the Peterborough Historical Society. I'm going to switch to small. Oh, I know I'm not a PB&J. I'm just gonna go live on Friday afternoon. If I don't go live Friday afternoon, you know that that you should all call the consulate for me. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm not gonna scrub anything. As far as I'm concerned, there's nothing illegal in me disagreeing politically with the current government. So I don't plan on going to any protests. I'm not going to go protest. I may wear a shirt that says radicalized by basic decency. Also, that is not, I mean, if you're offended by that, then there's something wrong with you. Yeah, I know. You know what? If I end up as a headline, I end up as a headline. Well, more, I will speak very loudly if I ever get out. And if I end up with a free trip to Ecuador, although they just invaded Ecuador, so the military went into, so I don't know. Anyways, My Old Friend the Otonabee, glimpses by Samuel Strickland, Catherine Parr Trail, and Susanna Moody. Yeah, I'll probably wear the t-shirt on my trip down there. Just I'm not going to wear I'm not going to bring my Ukrainian war protest one that has the old lady standing in front of the tank, because I have one of those with the sunflowers all around. I know, PB&J. Just all right. So this is stories written by three of the most famous the writers, Susanna Moody and Catherine Parr Trail, are celebrated as the important writers of pioneering and settlement period of pre-Federation Canada. So this is about Samuel Strickland and these two women. HJC, I got it on I did the Google. I found it from the Google and got it from a Canadian company. I can't remember where. All right, I'm gonna run this one for just $1 here. Running now. This is My Old Friend the Otonabee, from a history publication about these three people. Look at that. Log rafters on the Trent Severn system. Site of the Moody Farm. How cool is that? Oh, the Otonabee. Dark, rushing, foaming river. I love the solemn sound. Thank you, Izzy Pop, and thank you everybody for your bids. Izzy. I don't live very far from the Otonabee River. It's only about half an hour drive away. A little bit more by boat. It depends on how fast my husband drives. I almost said my father. Oh my god. Okay, so this has a Peterborough Archives pamphlet in it with the name of the people who were the curators at that time. This is At the Foot of the Rapids, the story of Peterborough. I'm going to run this for a little bit more than $1 or $2. I mean, because this is local history, so it's sellable at my booth. 2001. So this has from the Iroquois people all the way through history of Peterborough, the story of Peterborough, as well as this pamphlet. I'll run it for $2. Running for $2. What the hey? Why not? YOLO. All kinds of pictures in here. And I love the fact that they've got the Iroquois people in here. Thank you, Bounty. And thank you, everybody, for your bids. Bounty. Can you hear the dogs barking outside? You have a cottage in Keene? So you're like 20 minutes away. We had a trailer in Keene. Probably across we had a trailer at God, what's the name of the resort? Anyways, not the big resort, the one across the bay is where we had our trailer. Okay, mining at Nefton. Okay. Written, this is another one of these. This is Mountain Lake and the Nefton Mine, October 1951 is that picture. This was printed in, I don't know what year, 1998. Workers at the mine in Nefton, 1936. So this is around the petroglyphs, in the petroglyphs area. There's a milling plant and maintenance shop. So mining at Nefton, Ontario, running that one now. We're all so close to each other. We should get together in the summer. We should definitely get together in the summer. Yeah, because and we have a dock on the Trent River here now that I'm in Asphodel, Norwood. Sanford Fleming, No Better Inheritance. So this is all about Sir Sanford Fleming. 1990. This is a 1990 information about Sir Sanford Fleming. If you don't know, Sir Sanford Fleming not only came and helped to the grid pattern and everything, all of the concessions in that. Sir Sanford Fleming was one of the engineers as part of that. He also, Sir Sanford Fleming, was the developer. He's the creator of the time zones that we all have to deal with now. Good old Sir Sanford Fleming, who, if you ever go to Peterborough, go to Hutchinson House. It is the house that the community built for the doctor so he would stay, Dr. Hutchinson, and it's still now a museum. And this was written in 1975. Sir Sanford Fleming was his cousin because they were both Scots. A 1975 first edition. This book has been prepared by the staff of the Yankee Ink. So this is The Forgotten Arts, Yesterday's Techniques Adapted to Today's Material. And this one has book 1. I've got 3 books here, so I'm going to run them separately. Managing the Small Woodlot, Cooking on a Wood Stove, Keeping a Family Cow, Wild Greens and How to Fix Them, How to Cook Them, Keeping Chickens for Home Use, Whole Wheat Bread from Grain to Loaf, Raising and Drying Beans and Corn, Creating Natural Dyes from Common Plants, Brewing Apple Cider and Vinegar at Home, and Making Plain and Fancy Soap. Plain and fancy soap. There's your cow. There's your greens. How cool is that? This is like a survivalist. This would be considered great for survivalists. This was published in 50, 60, 75, 1975. Yeah, definitely a guide to homesteading or survivalist. It's very cool. All right, running that one now. This is book 1 of the Forgotten Arts. Very, very cool. Including keeping your family cow and your chickens. Chickens, 1 cow for your milk and some chickens are very important. Thank you so much, Izzy. That's coming to you. All right. Next one is book 2. Here. Book 2 is, there it is. Fireplace, it's the same thing. Forgotten Arts. Fireplace cookery, keeping sheep for meat, wool, and pleasure. I don't think that's what they mean. Digging and stoning a well, how to build a smokehouse, coping with a whole pig, simple wooden toys that last, making paint from scratch, decorating a wall with stenciling, how to make an apple picking ladder, and how to keep geese, skinny hens, and peacocks. But yes, I'm not sure what the, yeah. Anyways, right? If you buy it, you can read it and tell us all about it in a future show. Tell us what the third part is of the sheep keeping. Thank you, Izzy Pop. Okay, and book 3. Be like, I can report. It's safe. It's all good. Oh gosh. Why is this so far down? All right, book 3. Book 3. Making wattle and other portable fences. Ooh, that's convenient. Reclaiming an old apple tree, drying flowers for winter bouquets, designing and building a grape arbor, weaving baskets with black ash, sharpening and rehandling hand tools, painting colonial patterned floors, making and firing weatherproof bricks, make your own bricks, working with a draft horse, and root cellars for vegetable storage. How cool is that? Okay, running that one. It does sound like a lot of work. But if you know, if the apocalypse does come, then you can be prepared if you don't end up going up. If you're stuck back here with us for in the rapture, then they're so interesting. I know. Sometimes there's like when I'm in a store and I'm in anywhere that there's books and I gotta grab the weird and the wonderful stuff because I like it. I just love it. Ooh, fashion accessories. Fashion accessories. Is clothing developed from being a necessity? Blah 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 blah. Anyways, okay, so this is like fashion accessories collector's book of all the extra little bits that you needed in fashion accessories. Accessories associated with the toilet, button hooks, glove boxes and glove stretchers, parasols, skirt lifters. You had to have a skirt lifter. Oh, thank you, Allie. Scent bottles. What else is in here? Purses, different purses. Card cases and notebooks for holding your calling cards. Very important. Fans. Posy holders. These little posy holders. If you ever watched Poirot, the TV show, he had those. Eyeglasses and such. This was written in, no idea. It was written in a time. It was written in a time and a place. Running now. Fashion accessories collector book is running now. Ooh, look at that. Izzy Pop's like, yes, this is too tempting. I must have. This is a great book. Izzy, thank you so much. Building up that box. Thank you. Okay, next up we have, this is the last of the ephemera, and then we're going to do some more books, then DVDs, then ephemera, books, DVDs, ephemera, repeat. Okay, gaslighting. All the early experiments in gaslighting, all the different types. This is very specific. If you're not, and all the little accessories you needed. Ooh, look at that. Yes, all the gaslighting. I mean, gaslighting. I was rewatching Victoria on and they went to when she first became queen, 1836, 37. They started to install gas lighting, but all the rats started to escape from down. They started installing gas lighting downstairs, which was quite dangerous back then. Quite dangerous. So 1830s. All right, so now some books. I will grab a handful of books. What do we got? Oh my gosh. Vintage had posted about these, and I've got two of them. Pearlie's. Oh, Pearlie's Metro Toronto Executive Edition. And my friend Vintage had just posted about one. Ooh, what's this? Hardick Spring Limited. No ad. All right. So this was, for those of you who are too young to know, this was your Google Maps. And so you would find out where you were going. You would find the road that you were going to. Like, gee, let's look up Guildwood Parkway. You would look up Guildwood Parkway, and then you would know your number. So that would be 164. So I would be Municipality of Scarborough, and the map number is 37, and the area is EF3. So I would look it up here, and then I would go to map number 37, 937, and then I would look EF3. And there it is right there. You'd find it that fast. It was that fast to find it. And then you would just figure out, that would tell you that if you wanted to go that way, you needed to go to this page number, 47. And if you wanted to go that way, you would go to that page number, up, down, etc. It was, well, you can't go down because the lake's there. So this is where I grew up, right here. So this is the Pearlie's from 1986. Let me just double check the weight. I think it's medium, but no, it should be okay. It's small. All right. 1986 Pearlie's Guide for Toronto. The original Google Maps. Oh, that keeps falling out. These are so much fun. I miss these. We had one in each car. All right, and there's also a 1987. We'll run them together as a lot. But you get both. You get 1986 and 1987 together. 1986 and 1987 Pearlie's Guides, so you can compare, see if there's a difference, Stravoda. Thank you so much, Stravoda. That's coming to you. Dragota, and that is 2 pieces. So that I remember. When I'm doing my count, makes it easy. 2 pieces. Ooh, this one is so pretty. Oh, look at this cover. The Story of Jesus for Little Children. Look at this. Look at the spine. There's the back. Look at that. Is that not gorgeous? This is gorgeous. This is, oh my goodness. Okay, we're going to be very careful with this. This is the 12th edition, printed in London by Partridge and Company. There is no date. There's no dates. So let's look at the back. Sometimes there's hints at the back based on, if you go to the back of older books, they'll have like their advertising of all their other books that they sell, and sometimes there's hints in there. So, and sometimes the date is in there. So we're going to go back here. Dick and his donkey. Let's see. Illustrated. These were like 2 shillings each, 1 shilling each. This definitely looks Victorian. This looks Victorian. So, antique. And I'm just going to flip the pages gently so you can see. Oops, that looked like there was an, oop, what was that? What was that? Guaranteed to subscribers. The publisher hereby guarantee that the publication to be delivered shall be fully equal. Okay, there's like a promise for something. This probably is not related to this book, but I'm putting it in there because it's cool. All right, The Story of Jesus. Let me just weigh this. This is going into medium. Pin. All right, I'm not going to run this for 3. I will run this for 6. Running now. The Story of Jesus, Victorian children's book, Bible book. This is amazing. For little children. Okay. What else do we? Ooh, Ronald Searle, Zodiac. Oh my gosh, this book is amazing. I love this book. Ronald Searle, Zodiac. These illustrations are amazing. 1977. So let me show you these illustrations in here. And if you look this up, you can look up this book. I'll hold it back. You can do a quick Google. You can do a quick search of this so you can see for yourself. You're about to get a bargain. Look at these images. Oh my gosh. I would like to take copies of some of these and just put them up on my walls because they're hilarious. Okay. All right. You get the idea. You get the idea. Let's run that for 15 seconds. Running now. Absolutely amazing. Ronald Searle. This metal fet, if you're going to resell, you're going to make good money on this. This is an amazing book. Amazing. Thank you, Metal Fats. Thank you. Thank you. I love it. It is gorgeous. And it's got a new home. You just like it. That's good. The cool thing is, you know, Melody was saying the other day in when one of the Fashion Fridays that, you know, sometimes what you do is you buy clothes, you wear them for a bit, and then you sell them on Whatnot. So you get to enjoy them, and then you get to sell them and then buy something else. I kind of think sometimes you buy stuff, you enjoy it for a bit, and then you can be like, now it's time to move on. Now it's time for something else. All right, this is, I don't know when this is published because it doesn't say. Does not say. I don't know why it doesn't say. This is the McMichael Collection, Canada. This is actually like the catalog of the McMichael Collection. Look at that. Is that not gorgeous? And there's in the back here, hang on. We're getting, there's a lot. There's a lot. Indigenous. And then there's even more back here. Like all of those. Okay. This is good in medium. Running this one now. The McMichael Collection, Canadian Collection. All the art from the well, I can't even speak. McMichael Collection. McMichael Collection. Running now. Whoosh. So neat. Thank you, Izzy. Thank you, thank you. That's coming to you. That's such a cool one. Izzy. All right. So, do we want more books, more ephemera, or more DVD? I'm going to end this poll so it's in the way. Okay. Yes. So what would you like? Actually, let me redo a poll. I'll redo a poll so we don't have to worry. We can be all democratic. Next question. Books, DVD, ephemera. Okay. All right. There you go. You guys can decide what we do next. Books, DVD, or ephemera. Your choice. Ephemera is winning. Thus far, ephemera is winning. Yes, it is really fun on here. You can find so many great things on Whatnot, can't you? It's amazing. All right, let me grab some ephemera. I'm grabbing some ephemera. The people have spoken. Let's grab some ephemera, including, I'm going to grab these pieces from this person's art. Because I think this art needs to be loved by somebody else. All right. Got some ephemera. Here we go. All right. Thank you, guys. Let's end that poll. Boop. There we go. Ephemera is the winner. Okay. Now, hold on to your socks. I know this book is going to blow you away. It is riveting. Probably pun intended. The Exciting Story of Nickel. The Exciting Story of Nickel from the International Nickel Company of Canada in 1957. That's right. You too can learn all about the making of nickel in Canada. There it is, Canada, nickel. The exciting story of nickel. I don't want to spoiler alert. I don't want a spoiler alert on this one. So 1957 book on the story of nickel. It could possibly be riveting. It may involve riveting information. Okay. Or information about riveting. Okay, so this was part of somebody's art portfolio. A few things, we're going to do a few things here that are part of someone's art portfolio. So it's kind of an interesting mishmash. So I'm going to run them as ephemera. And then we can always do a bundle too if anyone's interested. All right, so look at this fashion. Somebody did a fashion show. And this was number 58. How cool is that? 10 seconds. Running this photo print. Like, is that her hat? No, that's the ceiling. She does have a hat on though. So I would thought that blob there was her hat, but it's not. And then look at these. This one was, clearly they were working on fish and painting fish. And there's just one left right here. That's in pencil, so you could always take that out. But fish watercolor. Running that one now. The fishy. No. Hey. No. Sit. Don't make me come over there, young man. Okay, this one's interesting. All right, shut up, dog. I think Daddy's gone out. That's why. There we go. Okay. All right. So this it's a folded piece of art paper. So I'm going to sell it together. So on this section, it's got it's really beautiful. I think this would look great framed. This really cool watercolor of maple leaves. And then look at this little glass piggy bank. It looks like it's a glass piggy bank. I don't know. It's a piggy. Anyways, you get it. You get both, obviously, because it's one piece of paper. It's very, very cool. I did a piggy, and then so you could frame both of these. This one, I really like the piggy. I like this one too. The metal fed. Thank you so much. Such a cool thing. The piggy is awesome, isn't it? Yes. F-E-T-T. Loki, you need to stop. Seriously, dog. By the way, yeah, definitely need to frame the piggy. One of the cards that I got made for, so I got 3 cards made. One's like a generic, like Kim as a seller. Another one is Kim as a teacher, like the school marm. We went with school marm vibes. And then another one is me with the 2 dogs. Loki, of course, is barking at me, and Romeo is giving me a ball. For those who have known my shows over the past 3 years, that's been my life. So I have the 3 cards. So nothing ventured, nothing gained. This is the artist. Carrie, Karri is the first name. I think. Or no, Kalli. 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 So nothing ventured, nothing gained. It's already been like, I think this one's really hilarious. This would look perfect in somebody's kitchen, I think. So running this one now. Nothing ventured, nothing gained. It's on a matted board already. Yeah, just add a frame and you're good. I think this one's hilarious. I love this one. Okay, and then I'm gonna put a few of these together because they're kind of like works in progress, or they probably were for school. So same artist, Kalli Hubel. Look at this one. Isn't that great? Okay, this one not so much. But in adding it in, all right, faces were definitely not her thing. Well, unless, who knows? It is what it is. And, oh, this one's kind of cool. totally Picasso. So you get all of that, all of those. Hi, Pyrex with Bex. You're getting all of those all together, kind of like a little artist set. If you're into ephemera, you could probably do something with these. Is there this and this one? No, all right, putting that up there. All right, what else do we have here? Oh, these are really pretty. These watercolors. This is totally ready to be framed. And again, this is the artist name is Kalli, Kalli Hubel, Hubel. So I'm going to run this one first. This gorgeous lilies. This is absolutely stunning. This is really pretty. Just needs to be framed. And this one I love too. Hang on. Here's another one. Maybe it's, wait, it goes like that. There, that's better. All right, gonna run this one next. Really pretty. Yes, I will definitely bundle. I'll run the third one, and if they don't sell, I will bundle it all together into one. All right, and then this is the last one. And if this one doesn't sell, I'm going to do a bundle of all three together. All three of these gorgeous watercolors. I think they would look great together, framed, like in a bathroom or a bedroom, in the guest room, because they're all by the same artist, and they all kind of have that same vibe going. All right, I'm going to run all three together for $1 because I can. All three are now running for $1. So pretty. Absolutely stunning. Absolutely stunning. The Metal Fed, thank you so much. I know they're going to a good home, so I'm happy. All right, 3 pieces. I'm going to tuck these inside your pig. That sounded wrong. You know what I mean. All right, how are we doing here? Okay, still got ways to go. All right, what else do we have here? I am not sure. I'm not sure what's going on here, but touch and run. So there are these photographs that she seems to be posing for some reason. This looks very 90s, doesn't it? Look at those and then hang on. This one, I don't know what she's doing there. And this one, what's happening here? I am unsure. This is before the internet, y'all. So like this is what we did. This I think this one's meme worthy on its own. Caption this. Do you remember back in the day when it would be caption this picture? All right, so you're getting all of these, the poses in the face. You're getting all of these together. Look at that one. Ah, superstar. Okay, that's too hilarious. Oh, okay. What else do we have here? Oh gosh, this bag. Ooh. All right, these are not going to go for $1. This is these are cigarette card books. They're not going to go for $1. Cigarette card books. I'm going to put this in small, and I will start each one of these at $10. Sorry, not sorry. A bundle of wildflowers. This is the second series. These are cigarette cards. So this is from the Imperial Tobacco Company. You would get these, and then you would get this book, and you would fill it up with all of your. So basically, every time you had a smoke, you were potentially getting some wildflowers. And this one looks like it's full. Let's see. Yes, so far so good. So each one of those is a card. Each one of those is a card. So and representative of some cancer. There's the daisy, my favorite. So yep, they look like they're all here. All here. Okay. So, holy cow. Never have seen a complete book before. So you would buy this book for $0.01, and then you could fill it up. And I don't see a date though. But this is Will's cigarettes, which were part of the Imperial Tobacco Company. Will's for quality. So Will's cigarettes. This is a whole book of their wildflower collection. Wildflower collection. You know what? I'll run it for $9 starting now. Running now. Cigarette cards. These are very collectible, but usually don't get the whole set and the book. Amazing. Absolutely amazing. Cigarette card book. All right, and then I will show you the next one. It's also a cigarette card book. Izzy Pop says, I want that. It is way too cool. Thank you, Izzy. That's coming to you. That's a great deal. I love that you're getting that, Izzy. Awesome. Thank you so much. That there. Okay, the next cigarette card book. I'm going to double check that they're all here. Hang on. I'm just going to do a quick zoom through. Yes, they are all here. Now, this one is from John Players. Loki, no. Good boy. Sit down. Nope, sit. Good boy. Good dog. Hang on. We're going to throw him some treats for being quiet. Go, go, go. Okay. Animals of the Countryside by John Players. And this one is very cool. So this is Players cigarettes. Again, you would get this in your cigarettes. You would get these cards. So this one's got animals of the countryside in it. Bats and birds and waterfowl and everything's in here. So you get the whole book. This is pretty amazing. And I mean, it does have a little bit of wear on it. This was probably in somebody's collection. Doesn't smell bad at all. Okay, I'm gonna run that for, let me just pull that up, pin. I'm gonna run this one for $9 as well. Running now. Animals of the Countryside, cigarette cards, the full set from John Players, the full set of Animals of the Countryside. Don't drop it. Don't drop it, Kim. All right, no worries. No worries. We'll save that for another day. Okay, what else do we have? Ooh, okay. More cigarette cards. More cigarette cards. This one is Park Drive, album for Park Drive cigarette cards. And this looks like it's all flowers. Yes. And this one, they're not pasted in. The albums actually hold it like that. So this person would write what they had collected. Let me see if I can see on one of these cards a date. So as you can see, the card would have the picture, and then on the back would be information. They were almost like educational, like a little bit of education in every pack of cigarettes. So this one is all very cool. Parked Loki, stop. This is all flowers. All flowers in this one. It's really pretty. All right, so this one I will run for $8. Stop, buddy. $8 for all these floral cigarette cards. You can parse these out individually to resell if you want, since they're not pasted into the book. All right, and then the next one is all, it's all doggies. Ooh, cool. Yes, this one is all dogs. All doggos in here. How cool is that? All dogs. So this is all dog cigarette cards. I'll just hold up this one. All right, I'm going to run that for $8 as well because it's doggos. Doggo cigarette cards running now. So very cool. Thank you, Print Condition. These are amazing. These are amazing. Thank you, Print Condition. That's coming to you. Right, no, that's going to be safer there. Okay. We got more wildflowers, it looks like. Yep, more wildflowers. Can you get the one before? Yes, absolutely. This one. Yes, absolutely. Let me just pull that up. Pin 8. This one is the wildflowers, and there's another wildflowers one. There's another wildflower. This was the one before. It's very cool. I love cigarette cards. They are amazing. So they're just like, they have this really cool history. Thank you, the print condition. Thank you so much. And then we have another one that is all, oh, there's a butterfly in there. This one has flowers and butterfly. I see one butterfly. Yes, this one's all flowers, but one butterfly. A bonus butterfly in this one. The rest is flowers. Yes, they had cards so they could sell more cigarettes. It would keep you loyal to the brand, right? Because they wanted to keep you were already addicted to cigarettes, but you weren't addicted to their brand. So this way you would keep buying their brand of cigarettes, and they would sell them in the small packs. So you would buy a small pack of cigarettes, which costs more than a bigger pack in, per cigarette, because you would be wanting to collect these for your kids or whatever. So it was an extra way of selling it. Selling extra cigarettes. I mean, it's smart, right? I will always love vintage. Thank you so much. Where's that? Bloop. There we go. Last one, and then I'm gonna do another poll. This one, ooh, this is all butterflies. Oh, there's one butterfly that's missing. There's one empty spot. Which may explain why there was a butterfly in that other one. So this is all butterflies in this one, except for that one spot. So butterflies galore. I'll hold this up. All right. I need to move back a bit. No, I'm not going to try. Not going to try right now. All right. This one, I'm going to run this for $8 as well. Boop, 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 boop. $8 for all the butterflies. All the flutterbys. This one is so cool. Look at all those gorgeous butterflies. It's just missing that one spot. So Pac-Man Girl, there's a few companies online that do it. Thank you, thank you, Allie. I'll always love vintage. I can't remember right now. Oh, I can't remember. But there's a few companies that you can get it, and they advertise on, why am I speaking of? They advertise on Instagram. And I don't know why I can't remember their name right now, but there's a few of them. Just just put in like fun, funky glasses online, and it'll come up. Yeah, sorry, I can't remember the name. Starts with a V. That's what's coming to my head, is that it starts with a V, but I could be wrong. All right, poll time. Next, books, DVDs, or ephemera. All right. Starting the poll. The poll is running. You guys get to decide what you would want me to pick up next and run. We've got books, we've got ephemera, and we've got some DVDs. A whole bunch of DVDs. I probably need to do a DVD show. All right, it's 50-50, so somebody's got to break this tie, because we're 50-50 right now. Ephemera is like paper products and things that that don't last or are supposed to be thrown out. So we got a DVDs. Okay, so we definitely need someone to break the tie now. Unless someone else votes for DVDs. So we need a tiebreaker. One person needs to be the tiebreaker, hopefully. And then we can run something. Ephemera has won. Okay. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and pull. Do do do. Ephemera is the winner. Okay. Thank you everybody for voting. Grabbing a bunch. Oh, which includes a book. I'll move the book over here. All right, grabbing a bunch. So normally ephemera is stuff that would have gotten thrown out. It would have been, like touristy books and that sort of thing. This one is going to stay in small. This is Indian Heritage of the Southwest. Yes, polls is one of the cool things that you can do. Actually, I wonder if tomorrow I'm doing my egg game, but I was thinking oh no, the randomizer is still there. Good, so I'm good. This was printed in I don't know when. But does it say anywhere? No, it doesn't. So this is like a little tourist book of Indian Heritage of the Southwest with pictures. So we're just going to run that quickly. Running now for $2, Indian Heritage of the Southwest. Look how cool that is. All that work. That's an amazing amount of work to do that. And look at the beading on his apron there, or whatever you call it. I don't know what to call it. Okay, what do we have next? Ooh, the Peace Tower in the Houses of Parliament. And for some reason, there's a note here about Chateau Laurier. Oh, it looks like this is places where they were going to go. Bracken House, Christchurch Cathedral, Supreme Court, the Parliament Buildings, Peace Tower, the Library, the Basilica, the Royal Mint, Rideau Hall, the Chateau Laurier, the National Gallery, and then back, phone rebus after breakfast, take extra film. Yeah, it's their trip plan. How cool is that? It's their trip plan. They got this in the summer. This is the program for the Peace Tower in the summer of 1948. And it tells you all about the Peace Tower. Yeah. So anyways, Peace Tower. I'm going to put this in ephemera because it's a little bit lighter. Boopity boop. 10 seconds. 1948 Peace Tower booklet with somebody's plans, which are still good plans for visiting Ottawa. Although I highly recommend that you add the Famous Five, visiting the Famous Five and taking a picture with the Famous Five when you're there. Ooh, okay. This looks like, oh, look at this. It's an old school book. It's got Edinburgh on the cover, Edinburgh. And then it's got table chart, the whole 9 yards in English and French for some reason. And look inside. It's an empty book. This would make a great junk journal. All right. An old Hillary notebook, all blank school notebook, ready for you to fill up with your new stuff. I love this. All right, I'm going to run for $1 because I can. 10 seconds. Running. Okay, $1 for the Hillary school book. Otherwise, this is going to go in my collection of junk journal things. Junk journal. Okay. All right. Next up, we have a home idea book published by Johns Manville. Helpful suggestions on how to get the most for your money in building, remodeling, decoration, and maintenance from 1938. Copyright 1938, it says. Home plans and guides. This is so cool. 1938. Home idea book. Let's run that for $1 as well. Home idea book from 1938 from Johns Manville, who are still huge in construction now. Construction products. Ooh, Homes of the Stars, Music City's Homes of the Stars, plus over 140 photos of your favorite country music stars. Where's Donna? Donna, are you here? You might like this. Donna knows. Donna already knows absolute flipping deals. She may be working. Send. Homes of the Stars plus over 100 photos. Look at this. There's Roy Orbison's house. There's Loretta Lynn's house. Who else do I actually know? Tammy Wynette's house. Yeah, this was 1977 is when this was published. Look, you can actually see images of the inside of their house. Can you, like, this is like stalker level ultimate from 1977. So tours of stars' homes in I assume this is Nashville. Music City. It's Nashville. Yeah. All right, stars' homes. Running now for $2. Yes, the gorgeous, I mean, this was the rich, and look at that. There's that, look at that one. Ugh, who is that? Webb Pierce. Who the heck is Webb Pierce? Voted #1 male vocalist in country music 8 times. He has starred in movies and TV shows and is an accomplished songwriter. He's from West Monroe, Louisiana. Webb's house is one of the show places of Nashville, and those rumors about him having a guitar-shaped pool are true. Print condition. Thank you so much. That's such a cool book. Print condition. Okay. We're carrying on with ephemera. That over there. All right. Some of this stuff is repeating from last week, so I apologize, but just going to get through it because it was in the pile. These are certificates. You would get this when in your gold medal coffee, your cocoa, spices, jelly powder, mustard, peanut butter, and that. You would get these little certificates, and then you would collect them, and then you could get like silk stockings for 500 certificates. You could get a compact for 240 certificates. So anyways, I will run that in ephemera. Boop, boop, boop. I won't ship it in, I won't ship it in this precise thing. You're just getting these. I will make sure it's shipped safely, but it won't be in a big thing like this. You're getting both of these gold medal certificates that people would collect from their coffee and tea in order to, all right, no worries. Next up, we have 1937 Gillette Razors community sing along radio show. So this was on the radio. This was all the words to the songs that they sang, and they had all these stars that would come on, and they had an orchestra and everything. And this was 1937. Look at the ad on the back for Gillette. So you would, as you can see, you would sit around and you would sing together as a family. I'm going to run this for just $1 because I'm crazy. Community Sing from Gillette Songbook. And there's Milton Berle. All right, no worries. Nobody likes the Community Sing, even for $1. It's all good. What else do we have? Eldridge Entertainment House, 1925-1926 catalog of plays for school, church, and community. There is some damages you can see, and there's writing inside because someone made notes about which. And I'm sorry to say there are old values in here. There are blackface performances and minstrel shows in this listing from 1925-1926. But it's a very cool piece if you love plays or you just want to read about the different. Look at that. And there's some really cool actual images in here, but there is one that's blackface. I'm trying to avoid it. It's closer to the back. I remember that. Dragoda, thank you so much. That's coming to you. Dragota. Okay, what else do we have here? Copyright 1899. This one is falling apart. It's falling apart, but it is in 1907 Pocket Webster's Dictionary. But as you can see, there's a cover missing. It's falling apart, but it is very cool because you would just flip, and it was very short. So it was. Can you see? It's like it's just the word and then a very, very, very brief definition. Not going into a lot of detail. And there's the back cover. And I want, this is the book I want. If anyone ever finds this, Conklin's Argument Settler. A complete encyclopedia of facts, statistics, tables, and general information, useful alike to the student and businessman, the mechanic, or a professional man. A marvel of condensation. Never before has there been published such an immense amount of knowledge in so small a space. The Argument Settler. All right, I'm gonna run this for $1. It is as it is. I'd love this. But this is a Webster's dictionary, their pocket edition. Dracoda, thank you so much. That's coming to you as well. I need some stickies. There we go. Dracoda. I have the window open and it's still freaking hot in here. All right, this is an ad from 1923, originally from a publication. No, I take that back. No, I was reading the wrong thing. Ignore that. This is a Canadian Pacific Railways advertisement. And this is from National Geographic 1960. National Geographic magazine 1960. It's an ad for Canadian Pacific Railways. Running that one now. 1960. Frame that up. It is a gorgeous, gorgeous ad for Canada. All right. What else do we have here? We have, oh, Jesus, Murphy. Avalanche, book Avalanche. I had the books all piled up. And that last little bit was the straw that broke the camel's back. Toronto's classic centennial story, 1850 to 1967. This is St. Lawrence Hall. This is a history of St. Lawrence Hall in Toronto. All the information about St. Lawrence Hall is in there, including the renovation. Running for $1 now. And then, I have one more after this, and then I will poll again and see what you guys would like me to do next. All right, no worries. All right, one more. This is going to go in small book because it's a little bit heavier. Boop. This is Isaac Pittman shorthand, Canadian legal forms. This is the shorthand vocabulary for legal secretaries of the day. So it would give you all the different legal jargon and the Pittman shorthand right beside it for each one of those sentences. How crazy is that? That entire sentence was this squiggle. Could you imagine the brain power it takes to memorize all that? I'm amazed. I think my aunt, my great aunt and my grandmother both could do Pittman and worked for executives. So this is what they lived by. Not the legal forms one. They didn't work for lawyers, but you know what I mean. Okay. All right. Let's do another poll. That's another handful of ephemera. So let's do another poll and see what you would like next. Books, ephemera, or DVDs. And I am going to grab, while you guys are voting on what I'm going to grab 3 books and 3 DVDs that I'm going to run, and you guys can vote on what happens after that. So let me just go to DVD pin. I'm going to do 3 DVDs. We've got, this one looks like it's a little loose. The plastic is loose. I don't see a seal on it, but it's from a different, this is Lenfer. This looks like it's French. I don't know. Canadian video 14, rated 14A. Paul seems to have it all. A charming hotel on a serene lake. A beautiful wife, Nellie, and a new son. Yada, yada, yada. But there's something about a downward spiral. Paul begins hearing voices in his head questioning the choices he's made. He's convinced that Nellie has become unfaithful and starts to see every male guest as a potential threat. Oops. What follows is Paul's downward spiral into the madness of deranged jealousy where he finally discovers that hell is not a state of mind, hell is himself. Oh dear, poor Paul. Johnny Depp, Marlon Brando, and Faye Dunaway in Don Juan DeMarco. Exclusively manufactured and distributed by Alliance Video. Ooh la la. More than just the movie, the contents of this disc include both widescreen and full-frame versions. Star highlights featuring clips from 3 other New Line films. The story of a man who thought he was the greatest lover in the world and the people who tried to cure him of it. Oh, geez, it went for 30 seconds. I don't know what else to say about this. There's not enough of a blurb on this one. Johnny Depp. Look how young he looks there. He does not look like alcohol and drugs have hit him yet. Did anybody like obsessively watch the trials when they... I watched his trial, or whatever it was, his court case. All right, another sealed one. This is The Notebook. The Notebook, sealed DVD. You didn't at all. I don't know why I was like fascinated by it. It was like, you know, watching someone else burn out. Behind every great love is a great story. As teenagers, Allie, Rachel McAdams, and Noah Ryan Gosling, otherwise known as Ken, begin a whirlwind courtship that soon blossoms into tender intimacy. Aww. Okay. 3 more books. 3 books. 1, 2, and 3. Okay, here we go. 3 books. We've got The Adventures of Sherlock Holmes. Look how cool. That's really pretty. I love that marble look. Adventures of Sherlock Holmes. Look at that. This was published in 1987 for Reader's Digest Association. So, ooh, there's pictures in here even. The Adventures of Sherlock Holmes. How much of it is The Scandal in Bohemia all the way through to The Adventure of Copper Beeches. Book. Oh wait, let me weigh it. I think it's medium, but just to be on the safe side, I will weigh it. Boop boop. All right, Sherlock Holmes, running for $3. The Adventures of Sherlock Holmes. Seems staged, so you didn't watch. It was very dramatic. It was very dramatic. To be honest, it was hard to believe her because I think it felt like she was acting. I don't know why. I hate to be judgy. I believe her, but it didn't come. I believe her, but it didn't come out as believable, which was the challenge. It was cringy. I guess is the best way to put it. 1960, another Searle book, Ronald Searle book. This one is By Rocking Chair Across Russia. And I will read the blurb so you can understand what it's about. Okay, so By Rocking Chair Across Russia is a no-holds-barred report by a team of intrepid pen and ink satirists who have nothing whatever to hide. Never having been to Russia in their lives, Alex Atkinson and Ronald Searle are free to show us the real Russia. The Russia few tourists are ever privileged to see. A heart-to-heart chat with Khrushchev, a trip to the Forbidden Virgin Lands, an evening of poker at the Laughing Cossack Saloon. Okay, so it's a satire book. Satire book running now from 19, what did I say? 60? I think it said 60. I think it said 60. This is a first edition. Yeah, 1960. All right. Trying to build up. Sorry for hitting you guys. Hang on. Ah! There's not enough space on this table. Okay, and then Feng Shui. Feng Shui, how to apply the secrets of Chinese wisdom for health, wealth, and happiness. Feng Shui guide. This one feels like large. Am I right? That's right. I am right. This is a large. Boop, boop. All right. Feng Shui guide. Full color Feng Shui guide. All the information you need. Izzy Pop, thank you so much. I hope this book brings you happiness and prosperity. Izzy. Yeah. Okay, let's see what the poll says. All right, last chance to get in on the poll. I'm going to hit end poll in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, end poll. What books is the winner? Okay, more books. More books it is. Ugh. Okay. Right beside me is the spot. Your folding paper crane earrings. Oh, during the pandemic, I almost got to 1,000. There's a reason why they say you should go all the way to 1,000. I almost got to 1,000, but then the pandemic ended, and yeah. All right, book. There's another book. We're gonna do a pile of books, and then I'll poll you guys again, and I will go through and we'll cycle. We'll just keep cycling until I run out of energy. Color Me Beautiful. Discover your natural beauty through the colors that make you look great and feel fabulous. Did anyone ever get their colors done in the 80s and early 90s? This is the book that this was based on. So as you can see, she's an autumn. I'm a winter. She's a summer. We hate summers because they can wear just about everything. There's, yeah. So you would find out your color magic. And you would get this book. There were people who were like, this is what they did. It was kind of like there was a whole, kind of like Mary Kay, but it was for this. You were totally an autumn. You're such a pretty autumn. So this is 1980. 1980, Color Me Beautiful, your guide to figuring out your best colors to wear. And it still works. It still works. And look at the 1980s outfits. It's totally legit. It is legit. It totally works. And then there's more to it in here, but if you want to dress like the 1980s, there's also guides there, but the colors part is really important. So like, for example, here you go. There's the wrong color on her and there's the right color on her. There's summer, autumn. I'm a winter. If I don't wear the right color, and sometimes you can cheat, like you can put something right here to break it up. It's all about how the eye hits things. All right, shut up, Kim. Shut up and run. All right, running now. Color Me Beautiful, your guide to the best colors for your complexion so that you can look your best in the 80s, 90s, and today. Oops. Oh, gosh. I got to move this out of the way. Hang on. There. Okay. Ooh, The Young Musician. Look at this cover. Now, it feels loosey-goosey, so I'm going to open this carefully. Yep. Looks like it's missing a page here, the front. Best of Famous Alger's Stories for Boys. This looks like it's a boys storybook for boys. Some of the pages are loose. So it is what it is. Young Musician by Horatio Alger Jr. Small. I'm just gonna run this for $1 because it is falling apart. The Young Musician. He doesn't look like a musician though. What is he holding? He's sailing? What does that have to do with? Why is the Young Musician sailing? The Girls Book, How to Be Best at Everything. Oh, I love this. The Girls Book on How to Be Best at Everything. It looks like it hasn't even been cracked open. 2007 by Buster Books. First published in Great Britain. Scholastic Inc. 2007. Do I have a sheet music? Let me just make a note. I got lots. Sheet music. I got lots. Okay, so Girls book. I think this is lightweight enough. Yeah, it can stay in small. Finally, the ideal guide for girls who want to know how to do everything. Ever wonder how to act like a celebrity? Flip to page 23. Make your own bubble bath? Find out on page 24. Give yourself a perfect manicure? Turn to 51. Create an amazing dance routine? Flip to 79. Knit with your fingers? Page 99. Read body language, page 106. Grow a crystal, page 107. More than 80 other amazing things you need to know with easy to follow directions and helpful illustrations. So, the girl's guide on how to do everything. This is so cute. Running now, 10 seconds. Girl's guide on how to do everything from 2007. This is very cool. We do naturally do everything, but this is a guide for little ones so that they can learn. You shouldn't just do everything around the house, though. That's the problem. Some days it feels like. Although my husband is pretty good. He does step up and do stuff. He's been cooking a lot lately. He's very bored because he's not working. Thank you, Izzy, so much. Let me just put that on there for you. There we go. All right. Maybe the sign that I have to stop is that I run out of sticky notes because I'm down to my last few. The crafts, yeah. Okay, what do we have next? Sky Fever by Sir Geoffrey de Havilland. Ooh, I wonder if that's related to the de Havilland's Air Company. This is the person who owned it first. Yes, an autobiography of Sir Geoffrey de Havilland. Sky Fever, written in 1961, printed in Great Britain. So this is an autobiography of the founder of the de Havilland Aircraft Company. Kind of cool. Aviation history here. So I will run that for, let me just double check the weight. Yeah, I'll have to run that in medium. Boop, boop. And running now. De Havilland autobiography. Sir Geoffrey de Havilland, who founded one of the biggest aviation companies in history. Okay. Next, we have Joseph Conrad, Almayer's Folly. And it's in this. Hello. Let's weigh it. All right, keep it in medium. Look at this cover. There's the spine. Oh, this is like, look at, it hasn't been cracked. It's so sad when books haven't been used and they've just been sitting around. This is from the Folio Society of 1962, Joseph Conrad's Almayer's Folly, A Story of Eastern River. It's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 illustrations in here. Which are very 1960s looking from what I can tell. 1960s style. Joseph Conrad. Running that one now for 10 seconds. Joseph Conrad. Did anyone have to read Heart of Darkness in school? I did. I loved Heart of Darkness. It was a little, well, it was dark, but that was the whole point. Small book. Okay, next one is a small book. This one is Graham on Bread. Okay, it is a treatise on bread and bread making by Sylvester Graham, originally published in 1837. And this is a republication, reprinted by Lee Foundation for Nutritional Research. This was originally published in 1837 and republished by the Lee Foundation for Nutritional Research. And it's all about bread making, fermentation, the whole process. Bread making. Running that one now for $2. And welcome in. If you're just joining, my name is Kim. I'm the Red Rooster, and we're going through boxes of books, and we got ephemera and DVDs too. We're just doing books right now because the people have spoken, and that's what they asked for. So we're doing a whole pile of cool books. There's a bit of, oh my gosh, this one is so cool. Oh my gosh. Okay, this one will not run for a small amount. Just saying, because this one's a good one. All right, I'm gonna run this for $9. This is now it's not in perfect condition. It does have spine issues, but this is where, when, and how to catch fish on the east coast of Florida. And this is 1902. 1902. Where, when, and how to catch fish on the east coast of Florida from 1902. And look at this cover. This cover's amazing. All right. You know what? $8. What the hey? YOLO. YOLO. $8 for this really cool fishing book from 1902. Oh yes. Oh freaking two. 1902 freaking two. It's old. Ooh, this is the Family album, the bigger album from Upstairs by Francis Wing. What is this? The Family album. It's got somebody got this in 1922. It was first published in 1917. The Family album, another photograph album shown to the new preacher by Rebecca Sparks Peters, aged 11. The bigger album from Upstairs, drawings and text by Frank Wing. Originally published in 1917. 1917 by the Riley and Britton Company. There you go. And it's the Family is because it's here's Emil Kloss. He used to run a shop here, but now he's a teacher in a barber college up to Chicago. Professor Kloss of the chair applied bay rum, Paul Cosms. Maybe Pa knows what that means, but it's got me faded. Look how he's standing, just like he was saying, next gent, turn over. And then you're supposed to turn over the page. This here her that was Maisie Burgess. It's all written very much in a very country way of speaking. So there are images, everyone's a picture with a funny description of the person. That's Claude Percy Titmarsh, a cousin of Paws, but he's dead now. He could crochet titties and play the flute. That's it. Oh my God. Oh dear Lord. That's Mary Jane Pemble. She used to be Grandma Sparks' hired girl. One time she got to corresponding with a man through a matrimonial agency, and by she agrees to marry the fellow without ever seeing him. The silly thing. Well, then the wedding day can't come. Mary was at the depot to meet him, and just as he steps off the train, he drops dead of heart disease. Mary, she took one look at him and says, "Thank God," she says, and come right back home and burned up her wedding dress in the kitchen stove. Pop says what ailed the fellow was the shock when he seen Mary. Look at this. There's Mary. This book is hilarious. Oh my God. Oh, okay. There's always something weird. There's the shock of seeing Mary. That's what Pa says. All right. You're going to run this one for $5. $5 for this hilarious family album with the most hilarious descriptions of each one of these. I feel like I want to do a show where we just read these. I think I need to do a show where I just read this book. I totally need to. Yeah, I need to do it on, maybe we need to do it on YouTube. I gotta try and do the voice better though. USA for Beginners. So the Alex Atkinson and Ronald Searle have done another book that's USA for Beginners. And I don't think they're from the USA. By Rocking Chair Across America. They have boldly set about the task of laying the USA bare as it has never been laid bare before. Yeah. So anyways, this is satire about the United States book. I'm just going to leave it at that. Satire about the United States from Searle and Atkinson, running now. I'm not going to read it. There would probably too much reality in there. Okay. I'm going to do 4 more books, and then we're going to do a poll and see what you all want to do next. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, let's see what we got next. Oh, The Terror of St. Trinians. For the first time, the full sorted story, also by Ronald Searle of The Terror of St. Trinians. I think this got made into a movie about 15 years ago that one of the Bridgerton girls is in. The Terror of St. Trinians. Okay, this can go in small. Boop, boop. Running now. The Terror of St. Trinians. Let me see what that cover looks like on its own. Ooh, look at that, actually. It's got the St. Trinians. Yeah, it's actually, look at the cover with the bones and everything. There's the back. There's the front of the St. Trinians coat of arms, I guess. There we go. Yeah, it's it's St. Trinians lower. It was like, if I remember correctly, it was the one who play. It's in England, and it's like a comedy drama. And the movie was with the Bridgerton girl who, I think, who plays Eloise. She wasn't the main character. She was one of the characters. All right, back to it. This one's kind of an ephemera, so I'm going to put it over here. This is Small Fruits for Home Gardens, as well as The Making of Maple Syrup. The Making of Maple Syrup little booklet. Small Fruits for Home Gardens by the Ontario Department of Agriculture. So it's got all your fruits and how to grow them for small fruits, and this information doesn't change. So this is still valid information if you would like to have a fruit garden or fruit in your garden. Small Fruits for Home Gardens. And I got 2 more books, and then I'm going to see what you guys would like to do next. Thank you, Izzy. Izzy Pop. Thank you so much. Okay. That right there. Canadian. Oh, did anyone have one of these? I have watched Derby Girls. Yeah. Did you know that Penelope is like 40? Well, not her character. Yeah, the actual actress. I can't remember her name right now. But speaking of Derby Girls, I love Derby Girls. Dairy Girls. Or you mean Dairy Girls? I've not watched Derby Girls, but I've watched Dairy Girls. Yeah, Dairy Girls, because they're from Derry. All right, so this is a school atlas. The Canadian Oxford School Atlas. I had one just like this. This one is from property of Rosemary Swanston, 1967. This one was printed in 1965. So I'm not this old, but I know she does. I know she does look like she's 25, but no. Yeah, I was looking it up because I was like, I wanted to know if her and Colin Bridgerton were actually a couple or not. Because they look so good on the runway together. Like on the red carpet, I mean. And so I was wondering. But no, turns out she's like 39, 40, something like that. It's totally rude. They are close friends. They're very good friends. He's very supportive of her. I mean, you have to be if you're gonna be in those sort of scenes with each other. Although I admit, I think he looks a little awkward in some of the scenes. I think he looks like he's trying way too hard. But I think she's gorgeous, so I have a feeling they just became really good friends, and it made it harder than if they weren't so close friends. Oh, Toronto the Good. This is an album of colonial Hogtown. Merry Christmas, Neil from Melinda in 1980. Good choice, Melinda. 1978. So this is Toronto. Yeah, photographs of Toronto over time. Very cool. An album of colonial Hogtown. Run that one now. Running Toronto the Good. There's good old Queen Victoria and all her colonialism finery. Lots of images of Hogtown. That one's pretty cool. All right, okay, poll time. Because I grabbed some more and I said that after that we would do another poll and see what you want to do next. Next, I can spell next. More books, DVDs, or ephemera. Start. Okay, vote away. I'm going to grab 3 more books while you guys are voting. We'll run 3 more books while you're voting. What's this one? Contract Bridge. Ooh, does anyone want to learn how to do Contract Bridge by Milton C. Work? And the person who had this printed out the Wikipedia article about him. Milton Cooper Work was noted American authority on whist, bridge whist, auction, and contract bridge. And he was also the manager of the Philadelphia cricket team that toured in 1897. Okay, so this is an old book on the synopsis of the laws of contract bridge by Milton C. Work, 1927. So not yet 100 years old, but Milton C. Work wrote this about how to play contract bridge. And this can go in medium, which we're already in, so I will run that now. 1927, Milton C. Work. This is what he looked like. Good old Milton. And his book about how to play contract bridge, which is very specific. All right. A first book of Canadian history. Looks like it's a school book. Ooh, there's France and England and the New World. Oh, yeah, okay. France and England in the New World. Let's see. Here's His Majesty, King George V. There he is. Hey, Donna, I can't remember why I tagged you, but I think it's sold. Yeah, I think it's sold. 1928, reprinted in 1929. Pre-British Canada, British Canada before 1857, and the Dominion of Canada, obviously, up until 1928 when this was first written. Oh, The Famous Homes. Yeah. Did it sell? I think it sold. It sold. Yeah, sorry. It was Nashville, famous country stars' homes in Nashville. It was like one of those guides to the stars. I'm glad you remember, Allie. Thank you. All right. First book of Canadian history, written in 1928. This particular volume published in 1929, and this can stay in medium because it is quite hefty. Running now. Almost 100 years old school history book. From pre-Confederation to what? 1920. Ooh. Household Arts for Home and School, Volume 2, Care of the Home, Selection of Food, Cooking and Serving, Laundering, and Hospitality. Oh dear. Volume 2. Household Arts for Home and School. Good old Myrtle owned this. My grandmother's name was Myrtle too. This is not her book. This is not her. When was this written? 1920. Compare this kitchen with yours. Oh, I'm sure he would, Ems. Yeah, these are pretty cool. So this one is basically storing food for winter, weekly cleaning. And it's kind of like a little story. It's like it was for girls, let's face it. So how to iron. And it had a little story to it, and then there's even like lessons in here, like can you make a refreshing salad, and can you make biscuits like Natalie's, Can you make your husband do anything around the house? Oh, he has dementia. My mom has dementia too. There's so many things that she would love. And look at this cover. Is this not a gorgeous cover? Okay, what's the weight on this? We're good. All right, I'm going to run this for just $3 because I can. And some of you have come back in. It's a really cute cover. And then it's got all these details. I mean, some of this stuff is still valid. Like, how do you, I think, and you could give it to your boys so they can learn how to do things around the house. There's not enough books for boys on these sort of things. Okay, let's see. Why did I clap? I don't know why I clapped. All right, 5. I'm going to end the poll in 5, 4, 3. I can't count now. 2, 1, and poll. Doo-doo-doo-doo. What was the winner? I can't even see. Sugar. What was? I couldn't see it. I put the chat up. Was it books? Did books win again? I couldn't see. It was ephemera. Ephemera. Okay, thank you. I'm glad I couldn't see it. Sorry, everybody. All right, let's see what we got. Let's see what we got here. Oh dear. Let's pull up some ephemera. Oh, ephemerama. We got some photos. I think I'm gonna grab a whole pile of miscellaneous stuff. Ah! This is from. We're grabbing a whole pile. We're gonna do ephemera. Pin. All right, we're gonna do some ephemera, folks. Let's see here. I got a whole handful of photos. All right, bear with me. Ooh, look at this one. I don't know what he's doing there. See the silver? Hey, Thrifting with ADHD. I can't remember why we tagged you either. Let's push this aside so I can. All right, so I'm gonna do a handful of photos. There's a couple. You're getting that one. You're also getting this cutout of somebody's head. This one, she's got a lovely parasol and a cute little kid. And oh, look at this one. Oh, Jesus, Murphy, come back here. Rude. Oh, this one. Oh, someone was playing tennis. If I see anything on the back, I will show it to you. Otherwise, you can assume it's blank. What does that say? Von Hamburg nach Birken something. Okay. Oh, look at this cute little kid's face. You're at work today? I hope you're all right. Hope you're doing okay. Oh, he looks very happy. Oh, look how fabulous she looks. Look at that outfit. She looks fabulous. This one, I don't know what they're doing. Sweeping? Cleaning? Looks like they just came off a boat or going on a boat. And they all look very happy. Playing tennis, I assume. Yes, playing tennis. Modern, semi-modern picture. Modern for compared to the other ones. Ooh, there's some ballet dancers, I think. Nothing's written on the back so far. This one, Taj Mahal, I think. Good God, that guy looks so happy. Probably sisters. Finish proof to be returned and will be charged. Hastings. So this is England. These are photos from England, by the way. These came out of my England trip. I went to boot sales, and if there was a box of photographs, I bought it. We will not say how much I spent. I had too much fun. I was having fun, so it doesn't matter how much I spent. I was getting out of the house too. Okay, so you get all of those. Oh, the Napanee book. That's right. I don't even know where that is now. Somewhere in the pile. If it didn't sell, I can't remember. Yeah, it was all. Oh, Lennox and Addington County. It was a book about Lennox and Addington County. If I see it, I'll put it in a future one for you. All right, no worries. Put those back here. Let's see what else we have here. Grab some more. Oh, we're gonna skip the photos for a second. I'm gonna do non-photo things. Oh, look at this. Western Supermare, which is just outside. It's out past Bristol, Madeira Cove, the Pier, Western Supermare. The locals call it Western Super Mud. Look at this little cricketer. Hope on His Side, it's called. And it says, "To my darling little Master Peter, with love from your nurse, Annie Tricky." And here is somebody won first prize in Mether and District Canine Society members section, first prize. Look at that, in a dog show. Sanctioned show, first prize, class 13. Sponsored by Spratz Ovals. And we've got a newspaper cutout of them climbing up the, let's see what else is in here. Another newspaper cutout of something to do with ships. And a few more newspaper cutouts. I don't know. They look low like ship. Bunch of newspaper clippings. I'm just going to grab it. Bunch of newspaper clippings and those three cute little, those two postcards and the dog prize. And some old newspaper clippings. 10 seconds running now. Western Supermare. We never got to go there. It would be so cool if it was the Titanic. It definitely not. It doesn't look like it's that old. All right, let me just put this over here. What else do we have? Babies. All right. Oh my gosh. I'm gonna do a couple. I'm gonna do these three pictures together because they're babies. There's this one with the baby playing in the sand. Super cute. And then this one of this little baby. This was printed by the photographer in Birmingham. Look at his awesome stamp. There's that. There's the baby in one pose. And then this other one, the baby looks really uncomfortable. Like, why am I here? And there's the back of it. So you get the three baby photos. Nothing better than baby photos. Playing in the sand and running now. And these two from this photographer in Birmingham, England. Oh, thank you, Ali. I think I'm going to just do a few more of these. I'm trying to see if I have anything other than photos, since photos are not of interest right now. Those are all the same. Trying to flip through because there's a lot of photos. See if I have anything cool in here. Sorry, bear with me. Gotta flip through. There's a lot of photos. Unless you want to see photos. Thank you, Allie. Have a wonderful time. Thanks for hanging out. I love you. Dufay color. Oh my gosh, look at that. You can see the silver on the other side. Can you see how it shines? But there's a color slide that someone made. Dufay color. This little girl, that's so sweet. I'm not going to run it because I just saw it and I had to show it off because it's very cool. But I don't see, there's a lot of photos in here. So if you want to speak up and say, run the photos, otherwise I will move on to something else. If photos are not of interest, there's no use me running a whole bunch of photos. Let's see what else I have in here. Pull it up. No. Now, everything else seems to be photos that I have up here. So let's finish off this one box and then we'll find someone to raid because it is 2 o'clock, so I need to eat. So we've got, oh, this is cool. What's this? Oops. No, never mind. Oh, this goes with the Pearlies. I'll put that with the Pearlies. The school favorite. The school favorite. To Alma, best wishes. All right. This is the last thing. Then this box is empty and we are good. The School Favorite by Mrs. L.T. Mead, printed in, I don't know when. It doesn't say. It's fairly old. Crafty Abby, thank you for the raid. Welcome in, everybody. Thanks for joining. This is our last book. I appreciate you so much. Crafty Abby, am I following you? I don't know if I am. Yes, I'm following you. Awesome. I'm going to mention you in chat. Everyone, please follow Crafty Abby. Thank you so much for the raid. How was your show? Tell us all about it. So The School Favorite by Mrs. T.L. Mead. This is our last one of the day. It seems to be like it's just oh, there's some sort of talcum powder in the middle. It was slow, but went well. I'm glad it went well. Just keep going. You'll get there. It takes time, right? It takes a lot of time to build an audience. Yeah, it's talcum powder. Somebody's got some talcum powder in here. But you're doing the right thing. You're rating. You're having a show, and just keep yourself as consistent as possible. That's the real key. All right, I'm going to run this for $2 because it's got this bonus talcum powder in the middle of it. It's very soft talcum powder, but this is the last one of the day. We've been spending the entire day. So tell us more about what you were selling. So we're going to rerun the 1920 housekeeping book. Right, the weird one. Where did I put that? Yes, thank you for asking. She's a good girl with craft supplies. I love that. I love crafting. I love crafting so much. I have too much crafting stuff, but oops, what am I doing? Back. I already had it. All right. So I'm going to run this one for $3. This one is from the 1920s. I think this is the one you mean. This was published in 1920, and it is a guide for it's a school book, basically a textbook on how to run a household. So all the things you need to know, including, obviously, I just saw rats there. So cooking, cleaning, all the things that they taught girls that they needed to do when they grew up. But as far as I'm concerned, buy this and then give it to your sons to read so they can learn how to do all these things. 1920, you own 3 1950s Housewives Encyclopedia. I love that so much, Dragota. Sounds like you have an awesome collection building. I love that. Thank you for asking for that, Dragota. Thank you. Okay, we're going to thank you, everybody, for hanging out with me. I know we're a smaller crew now, but that's okay. I'm on for a long time, so it's hard to stay with me. Where are we gonna go? I think just checking to see who's got some low numbers here. Let's go into Nana's Nifty Thrifting. We're going to go see some vintage decor with Nana. Everyone just give her some love, and then you can go hang out somewhere else if you want to. No obligation to do anything, but show her some love. Thanks so much, everybody. I will see you tomorrow. Tomorrow is my 3rd anniversary show, my 3rd Whatnot anniversary. So stop by. I'm going to be doing giveaways and